Hey everybody, welcome to challenge number 39. Holy cow, 39, that's crazy. Etsy and personalized ornaments. This is going to be awesome. You guys are going to love this. I know we've been doing a lot of Etsy stuff, and I said earlier I was going to like switch it up, but I think I'm going to, somebody was made a post in the forums about, you got to stick with one thing until you get it really cranking along, and I think for you guys too, that's very important that we focus on one thing at a time, and then we can always expand later. So that is what we're doing, and that's why we're doing this. I've run these ornaments in the past quite a bit, and I'll show you why. I don't know if you guys saw this one, but if you use Google Trends, oh wait, before we get into this, just give me a 1 in the chat box if you can hear me and see my screen. Sorry, I got too excited. Got ahead of myself here. Make sure everybody's good to go. 1, 1, 1. And if my audio does go out, let me know. Excuse me. And also, just side note, I got my little one is homesick today from school. She caught some stomach bug that's been going through the whole house, and it's not fun. So she is on the couch watching some cartoons right now. Yeah, true. So much better. I love that we're continuing with Etsy. Etsy's awesome. Many of us don't have Shopify yet. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna keep Etsy going, and I did get another sale today on my new shop that I've been doing the journal on. So I posted that too in the success forum. But let us dive in. Let's go into this because I got a lot of ground to cover in this one. And basically, the way the sessions are going to work, the first one is going to be like intro, research, design. The second one is going to be connecting to the supplier to our store, and then creating the ornament, and then doing the title, description, tags, and hashtag research, which is something I haven't showed you before. And then we're going to create a video for the ornament as well. Then we're going to optimize that Etsy listing. And the third session is all about free and paid traffic to actually advertise this. So I'm going to show you that too. So yeah, there's a ton of ground to cover. So let's go here. Personalized ornament. I'm going to go, I like doing this over the past 5 years because you can really see the patterns. Now let me switch to USA because the Canadian results are never as much because we're smaller than the US. If I can find US, United States, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. When you see a chart like this with huge spikes, like where we are. So that's September, October, November 15th. So the peak is right around, what if I can get the date here, end of November is when the peak is for this search term. Now that's the search term on Google Trends. I've also found the search term in other Etsy spy tools like Sales Samurai, and it does spike right now too. So there's a lot of people looking for personalized ornaments. So the market is huge. And whenever you see a graph like this over a 5-year period, you can pretty much predict what it's going to do here at the end. During the current times, we'll get another big spike. So we want to make sure that we get everything in there. Oh, right on. Somebody's saying in the chat, woohoo, way to go. I got a sale from Challenge 37, the Halloween PNG one. Yay me. Right on. Good job. You got to post that in the forums so people can cheer you on too. People are motivated by those. Anytime you get a sale, post it. Because, yeah, a big pat on the back, and it's motivating for you and it's motivating for them. So after this webinar, go into the forums and post that you got a sale. Even if that's all you say, you don't have to show us what you sold or anything like that, but just say, hey, got a sale from this one. It works. Love it. Awesome. And it's all good. All right. So we know this works. So now we got to go to Etsy, right? And I'm going to show you even more here. So I got this nice EverBee spy tool, which you can get to if you want. I have an affiliate link for it, or you can just go direct. I don't care either way. But here is what I found. Ornaments, personalized. Watch this. I think that's how I did it. We get pages and pages and pages of results. 434,620 results. Whole ton of them in here. And then we do this part where we analyze the page with EverBee. So you click product analytics, let it do its thing, and that's the fastest it has ever done it ever in the history of EverBee. Right there. So check this out. This one, I'm going to click this, has 15,542 sales. Dear God. This. So simple, so easy. And it's got a boatload of freaking sales. Like, look at the reviews, 2,449. Tell me the last time you ever saw that. And people are saying, oh, look at the price, so it's so low, it's $8. Yeah, true, price is low. But you know what you can use these for? You get them on your email list. And once you have them on your email list, you are laughing because now you get to sell this buyer more stuff. So don't think of Ornaments as the thing that's going to put you over 7 figures a year in profit. That's not even why we use them. We use these and we use digital files so that we can get sales, so our store gets momentum, so we do better, and then we can sell them the higher ticket stuff, like the jewelry. But we can do that through, I'm going to put this in. So yeah, so they're not necessarily $7.99, they're charging $3.99 shipping. So $7.99 plus $3.99 is what the person's actually paying. But anyway, look how easy that is. Our first Christmas, Mr. and Mrs. Zach and Madison, 11/2/22. Like, the only personalized part on this is right here, Zach and Madison, and the date. Super easy to do. You can see how they did it. Enter name, state, year, each on their own line, exactly how you'd like them to display. If you do not include a year, it will be difficult. It will default to the current year. Example, Florence and William, 8/16/2020. So that's all they do. And then they click add to cart, then they order it, then the order goes through. I'm going to show you how we process these too, and I'm going to show you who to use to process these. I'm going to show you how easy it is to process these. So yeah, we got to do a little bit more work, but like I said, this is kind of the front end part. If you think of it too, you know, in the online world, when there's like coaches and consultants and course creators, and they have funnels and they have sales funnels. And if we think of a sales funnel for an Etsy shop, nobody really does. All people think of is like, I got to make that huge profit on the first sale or else. Well, no, this is kind of like a tripwire for an Etsy shop, because you will make a little bit of money. It won't be very much on the initial purchase of the ornament, but now they're a buyer and now they're on your list, and now you're going to use your list to market everything else on your store. Plus you're gaining momentum in Etsy's algorithm, which will get your product shown more and more and more. And it just works very well. Plus this is a no-brainer. For that kind of price, you're going to sell a lot of these, as you can see. I don't know what this gender is. Oh, Mr. and Mrs., Mr. and Mr., Mrs. and Mrs. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's a good option. Interesting. You can even make that customizable too if you wanted. But what I wanted to show you too is when you find a good one, go to the store, right? Excuse me, I got to cough for a sec. I don't want to cough in your ear. Ah, where's my cord? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm back. Go to the store and look at this one, 273,175 sales. So this is the one I sent out in an email to show you guys. If we take that, and I'll just do $7.99 times 273,175. That's about that much. Okay, if their profit margin is even 20%, that's what they're pulling in for profit. $436,533.65 on a $2.1 million store. Holy crap. Amazing, right? No, I don't even think these guys are using print on demand for this. Yeah. It blew my mind when I found this one too. And if you go through, here's what we're going to be doing, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all the different variations and all the different ones you can put together. And this whole store is Christmas keepsakes on sale, christening, godparents, address. The focus of this whole store and all their products was Christmas, which is amazing. Now they have 5 pages here. I imagine they have a bunch that are not even in here anymore. But you can see their reviews as well. So that's one store. You're going to want to bookmark that. I already did. But you're going to want to bookmark that because what we're going to do next is we're going to go to Christmas. And then we're going to run our product analytics on this. And we can see, now it's taking a little longer, of course. But we can see actually which of these products are doing the best. And these are the ones that we're going to be basing our research on and kind of our design creation on. So I'll let that run for a minute. I'm going to go back here. Let's go to the next one. There's one round personalized one. 15,032. So let's look at this one. Now these are wooden cutouts, which I can't believe they're selling for so cheap, but they are. So if you think of that and you go, well, Will, I can't do that. I don't have a cutout machine. How am I going to make these? Well, you make these, but you make them with print on demand. So that way, see how this has like 15,000 sales? Just because it's a wooden cutout doesn't mean we can't do the product. We can still do the product. We're just going to do it in the print on demand world. So instead of it being a wooden cutout, it's going to be like a ceramic or glass or metal ornament where we're just going to swap out the name every time. And I can show you how to make these too. So they're selling for $360, but if I scroll down here to the shipping, it's $426. So they're actually charging more than yeah, look at that. I ordered 15 of these for my family. So you get one sale, 15 of them. You're doing pretty good. And it's super easy. Like, enter the names you want on the ornament, 10 character limit. Boom, done. And then they just keep ordering. So we go to this store too, or the shop, Etsy shop, Shopify stores. Look what else I got. You can find everything. All the different ornaments and all. Now this one is not ornament specific, but it gives us a good idea. Just gonna go here. I have to reload this. Sometimes EverBee is a little slow. So I'm just gonna go here. Sometimes it's fast. Yeah, look, like, I don't get it. The first time I load it, it goes super fast. The second time, I think it's honestly because when you have a bunch of browsers tabs open, I think it slows it down. So we're just going to spy on this gigantic freaking store, right? And we're going to go, okay, what's this one? Well, this is our top seller. $7.99 again, personalized new home ornament, new home Christmas ornament, wreath, new house ornament. Now that one, super easy to do. These are all super easy to do. You can see the reviews. 4,500 reviews for this item. So what that tells you is this ornament kicks butt. Now, do we have to price it here? No, we don't have to. But you can click over here and you can see exactly what they do. Cannot be personalized, can be personalized. That's actually a really good thing to do too. So if you're ever wondering, you know, how do I crack this market? What do I do? What do I do for my thumbnails? What do I do for my my images? How do I make this work? Well, you go to the ones that are doing huge sales and you look at their listings. You go, okay, I'm going to make my own version of that, and we're all good. Like realtors, they're even putting like who this is for. Place your order for your design you want and the quantity you need. Use the code realtor for a bulk discount. Send us a message through Etsy. We'll send you a custom spreadsheet where you can enter all your personalizations. Just send us another message as soon as you are done. Like, very cool. Things we're not able to do. Print on the back. Customize any colors or images. Customize ribbon color. Add custom quote or text. They're telling you what people are asking them. How to order multiple of the same design. Enter your first personalization. Add the first item. So these are all things that we're wanting to have ready for our listings. All this one, this one, this one, and this one. Holiday sale. Okay, we can put that in there if we want. And then sale, 60% off, ships next business day, award-winning Etsy shop, blah, 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 blah. But this is vital. This is a good idea. This is vital. This is vital. So we're going to create these in Canva too, and we're going to have them ready to go for all of our listings. Okay. And once we do it once, it's super easy to repeat and just add to our listings. We'll have it in a folder on our computer, and when we upload the listing, we'll just add more pictures when we're optimizing it. So let's go back here. That was one. That's the new personalized home one. This one, 15,542. And this is our first Christmas, and that's one we just saw. So we know that's a good one. Baby's first Christmas, 11,023. Got a little car, got a little thing on there. Alex's first Christmas, 2022. Like, dear God. They even, like, it's just, you want to see the title? There you go. Baby's first Christmas ornament, personalized first Christmas, truck ornament, custom baby boy, truck ornament, baby Christmas, baby first gift, baby name gift, baby ornament, custom baby ornament, first Christmas gift, personalized gift, baby first, baby name Christmas, baby name ornament, custom baby. So everything is there. It's all right there for you. And this is even, like, that's how accurate their sales are. from the spy tool to the real one. It's amazing. Now that one's been up for a while, but still 25 months, so that's 2 years. That's a really good amount of sales. Now with this store, here's an engaged one. You see how simple, you got a little thing here, one line of text, engaged, name, date. Like that's how simple that is. You don't have to be a designer to do this stuff at all. And with Canva now, we can actually make stuff that looks even better than this. It's freaking amazing. The main niche is personalized ornaments. The sub niche is like first Christmas in the new home, first Christmas engaged, first Christmas for baby. What else do we got? That's 3 right there, and there's more. There's personalized family, baby's first Christmas, personalized dog Christmas. This one had like 5,500 sales, and I'm just kind of going through these to show you. It's literally a paw print with a heart. Forever love, Sparky. That's it. Pet memorial ornament. Like, yeah, that's gonna sell like crazy because people love their pets. And I know I could do one right now for the wife, for her old dog, and she would cry when she opened it, I swear to God. So, let's go back. I just want to see back over here if we're getting any other stores with big sales. So there's an ad. And these are the stores. Pacific Customs, Hello Delicious, Engrave, Love Sona, Location Inspired. Yeah, you don't usually get results like these sales-wise when you're looking at any. Like, try to find message cards that have that many sales. You won't on Etsy. Here's one. Here's a photo. Just married ceramic gift, Christmas decoration. This one has a boatload of sales, and it wouldn't be that difficult to do. So you can send your photo by Etsy message. You just need to click attach file, or you can send email to Etsy at whatever you want. Please don't forget to add your order ID. Write no text if you don't want text. So that's more of a personalized one. I like the text ones better than the photo ones, just because I've always found, now that one has proven me wrong, but photo ones, based on all the customization that I've done in the past, I find the text-based ones do a little bit better. Here's one, her first Christmas, married, newlywed gift, Mr. and Mrs. Ornament. So what I need to do now, since I know I'm in a niche that's huge, so that's a free shipping one, 24 bucks for a glass one. Is it engraved? I don't know if that's engraved or not. One-sided clear acrylic ornament, artwork, will not scratch or fade. Artwork is printed on one side, measures 3.5 and 1/8 thickness. Ornament comes with beautiful light brown velvet ribbon. Custom made, please allow 4 to 6 days for production. Order will ship USPS first class. There you go. I mean, they're handing you everything here. So let's start our research. We got to get this into a little folder. So you guys who've been around me a couple of these, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go number 39. Research folder. And here I'm going to go image, status, URL, reviews, go price. Because I'm using Etsy here, I'm going to show you a little formula that we can plug in. Or we can just pull it right from EverBee. Text color white, background color black, flat, view, freeze, 1 row. Okay, let's start saving some images here. This one I really like. Grab that URL, use good old Snagit. And you got to look at move this over. You got to look at too their background images, and you got to think like I could make a very cool background image where it's just like a Christmas tree and it looks like it's hanging off it. We could do that too. Then I'll go a new folder within that one and I'll call it research. And then here, I'll just save my research images. There we go. And then I'll go back to my sheet. I'll put this beside so I don't get lost. And I'll insert that image. Browse. There we go. Make that a little bigger. Okay, status pending. URL is that, reviews. So we could use the spy tool, or we could just go here, say that has 2,449 reviews, so I can plug that in. The price is $7.99, so the sales is going to be equal to, we'll do a bracket here. To, oops, do my bracket first. That, oops. Oh man, great, equals bracket that divided by 0.15 times that. There you go. Now we'll format that into dollars. Format that into dollars. Format that into number. No, I want my decimal. There we go. That looks better. Now let's move that back. Notes. Okay, now I'll just copy this down here. Actually, I'll just do a bunch of these. Then I'll grab the next one. I could also put in my titles and tags, which I probably should, now that I remember. Might as well while we're in here, right? Save some time later. So the title, I'm going to get off here. I could use my other one, or I can just go here. So I'm just putting these in because I might use them, but I'm also going to show you another way in the second training of how we kind of make these a little, I'll do copy all the clipboard, make these a little bit easier to read. There we go, that's good. All right, the next one, we got that one, X out of there, X out of there. This one is a big one that we will go here. Save. Save as. Save. And we'll insert that. I'll grab the URL. That is $7.99 and 4503. Okay, so I'm going to plug that in before I forget it. 4503. the URL. I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna insert the picture. And I know this is kind of boring to watch, but I love doing research. Research is almost my favorite part, besides creating them, because you stumble on so much stuff, and then you're like, oh my god, I wouldn't have even thought of that. And let's grab the titles and the tags from here. So I can get this from the main one too. Where's the main one? I can go here too and grab them. So the personalized new home is here. So if you're on a different plan with EverBee, or you have a limited number of searches, then just do the whole page and pull the stuff from there instead. When you're grabbing the titles and the tags, just save you some money. Or not money, but save you some searches. You can see these two sub-niches have different titles and tags, so you gotta keep that in mind. And I didn't do descriptions or hashtags, but I could. So let's just clean this up a little bit. That one I do like. That I'm gonna do too. Did that one. Didn't do that one yet. So I'll do this one next. A little bit less sales, but the cool part of this is you can do it for a dog, you can do it for a cat, you can do it for basically any animal that you want. So I'm gonna grab that URL. And that's what I had, 867 and 799. So let's go right here, do 867. And let's paste in this. There we go. I just hit Control V to do that. Insert, image and cell, browse, there. Okay, so we've got those three. Now I'm gonna go do this one because I love the number of reviews on that, 2256, that's massive. And again, like, yeah, I can't do these wooden cutout ones, but I can do, like I said, print on demand version. And I'll go, oh, I'm gonna have to analyze this one. Move that over. Okay, so this had, I forgot already, 2256, 360, and yeah, let's go down 360. And then I'll just paste this in here. Oops. There. Insert this one. And I'm going to do 5 of these because 5 is my magic number. When I'm doing my own Etsy shops, I work in batches of 5. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Now I forgot Sparky one. I need the tags and titles off that one, which I think is in here. There it is, personalized dog. Hit the drop down. So the title is going to be that, paste, special, values only, and then the tags are going to be there. Copy. There. Paste special, values there. Did I miss any? Okay, I got all those. This one, I'm going to have to run it because I forgot. So I'll just run this. I'm on the growth plan, so I'm pretty sure I have like unlimited. Oh, look at this. You know what? Their only tags are Christmas round. So yeah, this could actually do way more sales. They didn't even do the SEO on this. Look at that, that's awful. Their title is one round personalized Christmas ornament, and their tags are Christmas and round. So either this seller is freaking brilliant, or oh, I gotta drag that over. Get over there. Let me paste this. I'll just grab it again. Or maybe they're onto something. Like, I've never seen this before. One with that many sales with such horrible SEO. Just makes you wonder, right? I couldn't drag the title over. There we go. Yeah, the title is literally one round Christmas ornament. Oh, no, I didn't grab it. You can also grab the title here. Christmas ornament. Well, this is the title. Or maybe something glitched here in the spy tool. I don't know. Either way, that's weird. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Done that one. Done that one. Didn't do that one yet. And this one has what? 17. Okay. Engage. Did that one, I think. Let's go back here. This is another one we could do. But I'm gonna go with this one. So I know I'm picking on this store, but I'm not going to be copying them directly. I'll be doing my own version. Save file. Save as. Save. There. That's number 5 for today. So that's 1733. So let's go here. 1733. And let's grab the URL. Paste that in there. And let's insert the image. Okay, so we've got our first Christmas as a married couple, first Christmas in our new home, memorial for a dog, name, ornament, and then like baby's first Christmas. So that's basically 5 sub niches. I'm just gonna go back here and see, grab that title and tag. So if this one is like specifically a truck, like it says personalized first Christmas truck ornament, custom baby boy truck ornament, then think of all the other types of like toys we could put in there. Or it doesn't even have to be truck, it could just be first Christmas. So I'm gonna show you that in a second here. Let's copy that, plug these tags in. So if I'm looking at this and I'm thinking baby's first, baby Christmas, baby name Christmas, personalized gift, personalized baby, custom baby ornament, then I can go here to keyword and I can type that in. I'll try baby ornament first. I'll sort by search volume. And it could be I didn't get the right word here, but baby ornament Christmas, angel, baby ornament personalized. There's not much search volume on those, so maybe that's why they did like, if I go like this. Yeah, now the search volume is going way up. So I would be going through here and looking, like, I'll show you more on this next week when I actually do this. But using this keyword research tool and the tag analyzer, I can actually create my own tags. Baby's first Christmas, Personalized ornament. That's not even in there. It's too long. It's beyond 20 characters, but we can split that up. Personalized for pets. Personalized ornaments with photo. Personalized ornaments cat. Personalized ornaments for Christmas tree. Picture, wood, baby. There's another baby one. So yeah, we can mix and match these. I'll show you how to do it. If I look at the trend. Yeah, there you go. Yep, trend is about right. We're right here, and it's going to go up to here. So it's going to be nuts. All right, let's minimize this. So, which store is this? That's that one. I hate picking on stores because it's not really fun when you get picked on, but they do have like the top results. Let's just see if we can pull up any other ones. Because I did ornaments personalized first time. Look at this, 48,000. So I'm just going to open this in a new tab. I want to see the store more than anything. 274,000, yippee daisy. So custom family portrait ornament. 18 reviews, but let's go to their store. And it could be, yeah, they got a whole bunch of stuff on here. But they do have 176 Christmas ornaments out of their 4,100. Wow, that's a big store. That's a lot of sales too. That's awesome. I love seeing these Christmas ornaments. And then I can go here and check all these. So now you got a whole bunch of other ones. And we're doing personalized, but like look at that one. I am always with you. And that's a cardinal ornament. I guess the cardinal is like for memorial stuff. You could do that without being personalized too. Our first Christmas engaged. Our first Christmas in our new home. So you can get a lot of ideas for designs and things like that. First Christmas in my new apartment. That too. My only question, like just me as being logical here, if I buy my first Christmas one, what do I do the next Christmas? Do I still put it up or do I not? You know what I mean? Okay. Baby's first Christmas. Sleeping heavily. Peace, baby. Oh man, that's sad. In love. If love could have kept you here, you would have lived forever. Oh man. The memorial stuff kind of drags me down. Aunt Ashley. Well, that's cool. You can get them from every family member. That's kind of neat. First Christmas as an aunt. First Christmas as an uncle. First Christmas as a brother. Like, you could do all that stuff. So let's just sort by... Yeah, I wish you could sort by bestseller, but you can't. Because there is how many pages? Like 5 pages. And if I run the analytics on this page only, it's only going to pull up the listings on this page, I think. Maybe not. Come on. Okay, work. There we go. Okay, so sort by total sales. Custom dog signature. What is that? Oh. Drinks. So that's not an ornament. That's a display. No, wait. Yeah, that's not an ornament. This is. Super simple. Ooh, this is a good idea. If you're doing pictures, add your personalization. It's a required field. After purchase, you're going to get an email associated with your Etsy account to customize your ornament. Production time 3 to 5 business days. Because after you complete begins after you complete your design. Please type confirm to acknowledge understanding. That's a good thing to know. And if they don't type confirm or anything in there, it's not going to put the order through. That'll stop people from being like, well, I didn't know you're sending me an email. Well, I didn't know I had to send a picture. Well, I didn't know this. I didn't know that. And then they give you a bad review. So that's all of these listings that you look at. It's always a good thing to kind of just take mental notes of what they're doing. And we already know the sales thing, right? Everybody does sales all the time now because that's a good thing. This one actually has a video too, which is really good. And somebody was asking me the other day about this video-wise, and they said, you know, can I use like a video from Gear Bubble or Shine On when I'm doing their message cards? And you could do something like this, which is just a generic one. It's not related specifically to that one, but it's just like basically a 3-part video here. They're going through some reviews, and then they put the gift box, and then they go back to the first slide. So that type of video is possible too. And I'm finding too, Square seems to be working best on Etsy. The other like portrait one, it'll fit, but it'll crop it a little bit. You'll have like well, it won't crop it, but you'll have sidebars on the side. So you might want to do Square for that. Anyway, let's go back here to our sheet and let's look at these. So the one that had kind of the most sales is our first Christmas in our new home. And then 21 Baxter Street, Todd and Eileen 2022. So we could easily do something like this, and I think that's what I'm going to show you on the design side so you get an idea. And then I'll show you what to do when we get an order too. So you're going to go through and make your own versions of all these, and to do that, this is kind of the print file that you need for the round one. So I can give you guys this. It's just a PNG file. I'll put a link to this below. Sorry, below the video in the replay. So we're going to save this as template round ornament, and then I'm going to download just this. So I have it. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, every time I'm making an ornament, you open up the template and then you go File, Make a Copy. Now I got a blank one, so I can do whatever I want. So I can pull this over here to have a look, and it says, so I'm going to do the home one, so I'll make a new one. This will be, I'll call this number 1. I always number my products on Etsy. This is going to be first Christmas in new home. So I'll just save it as that. And now I can start adding elements and designs and everything else. So what I need is, excuse me, go to Elements, type in something like this. You get all these cool little wreaths that you can use to go around it, Christmas ones. So actually that one kind of caught my eye. So I can go with something like that. Something like that. Now, if I put it, anything beyond there is going to be cut off. So I want to stay within the dotted lines. If I center it, should be perfect. So that's, I'm not going to have much room for text in this. So I'm actually not going to use that. I need something smaller. And if you'll notice on the sheet too, that's probably why they don't have anything going around the outside, because it just doesn't fit. So let's start with the text then, in that case. So I'll go here, I'll go here. I'm just going to click on this and delete that part. I'm going to go Christmas, like that. I gotta dramatically reduce this. And then I could even put a picture of a home in here if I wanted, but I think what I can do is even do a excuse me. Just gonna try something here. I was gonna try and put that as a background, but that's not gonna work either. So I'd have to create a mask for that. I can't do that live on a webinar. It takes a few more steps. I could go with, yeah, I might have to do a video on how to do the masking where you just plug it in. It's actually, isn't it? Wait a second here. See if I remember this. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's not mask. It is frame. Is this it? No, that's not it. Oh, that's gonna bug me. Hang on. Just searching real quick. Frames. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is it. So this frame thing will allow me to put a funky background on this. I'm going to do the frame on the whole thing. And now when I do an element, check that out. Oh, yeah. Isn't that cool? The only problem is I did it too big. I can't see my other element. Okay, so that's how you can do it. And I know basically to stay within, this is right on the edge, so if I make this white, and then I can center this. Okay, so don't go too close to the edge now. I can make a better template too for this, because this one is off a little. I'm just gonna move that over. There, that's better. And then go back here. So it's a frame, that's what it was. Then we can go with lines and shapes. So I could do, in our new, I want to drag that out. I know how to cut this out in Photoshop, but I'm not quite sure in Canva. Okay, well, you know what I'll do? I'll move this here for now, and I'll just change these colors a bit, just while I'm making it, and then I'll drag it back. That'll be a simpler solution. Okay. If you get tired of dragging, just go center, and that's good. First Christmas in our new, I can put in a line. I'm going to split this. And I'm going to center it. And make that bigger. And I'm going to change the spacing. And then I can go Let's search for the element. Home. I'm going to stick with the... I thought maybe there would be some kind of graphic in here. Home text. Yeah, let's keep it the same. So I'm going to do a duplicate of that. I'm going to move that down to there, and then I can go text, and then we'll go with this. I'll go make that bigger. And then I can do that wreath thing. Just find a Christmas one. And do a duplicate of that. Move it over. Make that bold. And let's just go shift, shift, shift. Slide all these over. I don't want to spend all day on this with you guys because I know it's boring to watch, but then you hit the group thing, and then position, and then center, and there we go. And then we can change the font too, but I'm going to stick with this font just because I'm just doing this quick, and picking a font can take forever. So mix up your fonts, mix up your designs, mix up your elements. Move that up. Do a dupe. And then this one, can do a cursive type deal. Yeah, you can't spend a lot of time going through these fonts. I had some good ones, and they're not showing up now. Let me try this. Yeah, I'm not crazy about these ones, but I'm not going to spend any more time. I'll find a good one. I'll make that bigger. So, and then we can put the date on the bottom. And I'll center that. And I'll just grab one of these. grab a line. So go to Elements, put another line down here. Okay, and then I'm just going to select them all. And I'm going to change the font color to white. White. You'll see why in a second here. I'm sure you know what I'm going to do. White. Okay, now when I drag this back up, just try and get that centered. Then I can, the letter spacing on this is not looking right, so I'm going to space that out a little bit more. That's better. That one too, I don't like the letter spacing. Oops. We can even do like a curve if we wanted. And all these letter spacings are off. There. So now that line spacing is horrible. So let's go back. Let's fix this line spacing too. Let's move it up a hair. Now if you want to check, yeah, see I'm into that now. I gotta move that down. A lot of tinkering. Maybe I'll just go like this. That's better. Now I'll just check. Yep. Okay. So if you look at what I created versus what I looked at, I'm totally different now. Completely different design. So instead of white, I got like a Christmassy funky thing going on here. And if you didn't watch me build this, you would think that I spent a lot of time on this background and all that stuff, but that's kind of one of the secrets. You make it a basic text design, and you can do this with message cards too, and jewelry and all that stuff, and then you just grab a background and slap it in behind it, and it looks like a designer spent a whole lot of time doing this. Now, it took me a little bit of time to do that, but that's because I forgot how to do the frame. But now you know. So now you picked up some tips here where you can take something very popular like the one on the left, and you can make your own version, which looks nothing like it. Like the layout is kind of the same, right? But everything else is different. And the way that I made it different was just by doing the different background. So I can adjust things and make it prettier and increase and decrease font sizes and all that stuff, but I'm actually pretty happy with that. So now what I'm going to do is I would save this as, well, it's actually already auto-saved in here. But now let's say I got an order and it's like, okay, I got to change the street, the name, and the year. So all you would do is come into your file here and you go like this, duplicate, and then you change it. So here you go, 4 Front Street. And then you could go Bob and Jane, and maybe this is next year. And then all I would do, so I've got my first one, there's my second one. I would go share, download, download. Now that's going to download a zip file because I did it wrong. So I go share, download, and then you click this and you remove them all. Just take page 2 only. Done, done. Now I just have this one. And this is the one that I'll use to edit the order. I click it, you'll see it. So that's a PNG that I'll use to edit the order. I could even turn off the background if I want. If I go here, which I probably should, just hit delete. And now you've got your PNG file ready to go. Now download this, not the one I just downloaded. Delete your background and then download that. And then when you come in, you get another order. Just do a duplicate again of this. And even at this point, I could delete the background here, like so, because the design's already done. So this will get me my circle, and really it's just, the image is just a circle, and it's just got some text on it that you customized. And then I'm going to go into which I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to go into my print on demand supplier, and I'm just going to edit the order with the new image. So all of the billing information, shipping information, all that stuff will already be in the order. And once I edit it and then send the order, it's going to go through to my supplier, and then they're going to update the Etsy shop with the tracking number and everything, all that good stuff. So it's kind of like your order goes into a hold until you do the file. Once you do the file, you just hit, you edit the image, upload the image, like edit it, upload it to your supplier, which I'll show you step by step. And then you just submit that order and you're good to go. That's it. So all you're coming in here doing is basically, you'll be changing like the street name and Bob and Jane, but you can see how easy that is to do now. Just duplicate the page, boom, boom, done. Download that, upload it to your order, edit your order with the new one, and you're good to go. So we'll get to that though. So this first one, all I wanted to do really was like the intro, the research, and the design. And I'm glad I could show you the framing thing because it is super powerful to use. And this is something that, like I said, as long as you make it look totally different from the one that you're taking inspiration from, I think you're good to go. So I think if that store came to me and said, "Oh, you copied me, you can't do that," blah blah blah, I'd be like, "Well, it does look like a lot different than yours." So there shouldn't be any confusion between mine and yours, right? So I think in the next one, what I'll do is we'll go through connecting it, and we're going to use Printify for this. I'll give that away now, and then we'll create the ornament in Printify. Then I'll show you how to actually upload that to Etsy so it's connected. Then we'll do the title, description, tags, hashtag, all that stuff. Then we'll optimize the listing, which involves creating a video and going and using basically cues from the big stores and what they're already doing, like with their where you put a mock-up usually, and they're putting like the areas you can customize and the areas you can't. We'll do a version of that too, and we'll get everything done. So the whole point of this is to get your sales on Etsy, and the best way to get sales on Etsy is to look at things that are working and make your own version and upload that. Okay, and then we're going to use a couple tips and tricks that nobody else really does to get even more sales. And then these buyers, which this is something that I don't think Etsy sellers really do at all, is once they have that list of buyers, they don't even bother with them. Like they never send them anything, and they never make any more offers, and they don't have any automated sequences, and they don't have any sales going out via email to their buyers, which is a huge mistake. So you're not going to make that mistake because I'm not going to let you. So we'll show you how to do all that stuff too. So I'll go through any questions, then I'm going to close it off. Got to check on the kiddo, make sure she's okay. Let's go here. Okay, do all autoresponders work on Etsy? No. Aweber is the one that is their kind of official integration. However, let's say you have Aweber hooked up and you want to use MailChimp. Well, you could do a little Frankenstein maneuver where anytime somebody's added to your Aweber integration through Etsy, like automatically, you could have Zapier take that information and add it to a MailChimp list too, and then you could use it on MailChimp or any other autoresponder program, mail program, customer CRM program in the world that will connect to Zapier. So that's a little hack you can use. Now you will be paying an Aweber cost and you will be paying a MailChimp cost, but I mean, I think MailChimp is easier to use and better than Aweber, but Aweber got the integration with Etsy. So if that's on the buyer side. On the like prospecting side, to build an email list, I mean, I just ran a whole boot camp on this, but there's a lot of ways to build an email list without even sending them to a store. So that's something that's huge too. So you could have like a MailChimp landing page where you send ads to and you offer them a discount or a couple other ways to do it, and that will get them on your list. Then you can send them products from your Etsy shop. So getting that email list built is the biggest thing, and it starts with the buyers, but you can also get prospects on there as well. Totally off topic. What do you think of the new Etsy Explorer? It's kind of like TikTok for Etsy. Etsy Explorer. Haven't really played with it much yet. Let me play with it a bit, see what I think. Why don't you include shipping in your spreadsheet? I include, in the cost, because that cost doesn't really go to the seller, right? That just, well, some sellers it does. I guess you're right. Like some sellers will put a super low price on the front end and then they'll bump up their shipping costs to like a ridiculous amount. And that's, so they're kind of tricking the algorithm into thinking they have a low price product. I don't know. I just went with like the retail price, excluding shipping in my spreadsheet. But the spreadsheet's just for me anyway. It's just research. So, and on my shops, I offer free shipping. So I'll just build it into the price. Seriously, dude, would you do my research for me? I get so distracted. I'll start, and 3 hours later, I've got 44 bestsellers, and I've got a cart full of goodies. And I'm looking at how I could copycat mermaid necklaces. That is a problem. You're right. Even I get on here, and I gotta like sometimes smack myself in the head and go, nope, don't go down that rabbit hole. Stop. And maybe I'll make a note to go down that rabbit hole later. Or I'll be like, right now I'm doing this. That's why I batch in 5s. Because I'm like, my sole focus and my attention span right now is like 5 designs in this niche. Let's do it. And then when all those other ones are like poking me and like, hey, Will, come look over here. Come look at this. Come look at that. Oh, look at these PNGs you can buy. Oh, look at this. Oh, go over here. It is very distracting. You got to train your brain. Ornaments are considered keepsakes, meaning grandma has every ornament you ever made, and all the family stuff too. My mom still has macaroni ornaments. Nice. Actually, that's a good thing. You spurred something here. So, keepsake. Will this even work? Keepsake ornament. Well, there's a little. Pictures. Oh yeah, see, I think these are coming up because I already looked at the page. But yeah. Lots of them. Lots of stores are selling these. Okay. It's amazing to watch. Well, thank you. Yeah, when you get in these challenges, you watch me do this stuff, you watch me screw up, you watch me get stuck, you watch me figure my way through it, because I know we're human and that's what we all do. So template question, how do you make sure you don't get a ring around the outside? For the template, I would actually make sure I'm a little bit into the gray area, on the background to make sure I don't get a white ring. Now, the one I did, I might be a little too small, so I might want to expand that a hair, just to make sure. You could always order one too for yourself, just to triple check. how do you save the design without it being flattened? So with Canva, it's auto-saved in this program. If you're trying to do like a PSD file, here's your options. JPEG, PNG, PDF standard, PDF print, SVG, MP4, or GIF. So there's really no Photoshop file download for this. And the reason they did that is smart. They want to keep you in Canva. So they won't allow you to download this file as like a layered Photoshop file, which is smart business, really. And to, like I said before, I've slowly moved everything to Canva because it's so convenient and easy to use that it's really blowing Photoshop away just with all these elements and templates and everything else that I can use in backgrounds. And if I were to just sell like that wreath little image, I couldn't do that. But because I combined it into a design with multiple elements and flattened it into a PNG file, I'm good to go from a licensing point of view. Okay, for us non-techie people, how do the email program thingies work on charges? It is a monthly thing or number of address thing? Just trying to think about budgets. Yeah, it's usually the number of contacts you have and the number of sends. So as an example, my list for PPC Coach is just shy of 10,000 people, and I pay $115 a month, but I'm allowed to send 120,000 emails. So just to give you an idea. You'll pay a lot less when you first start out, maybe 15 to 20 bucks a month for like 500 or to 1,000, something like that. But really the email autoresponder cost is my favorite bill to pay every month out of all my bills, because my email produces more income than any other method I use. Paid ads, free traffic, anything. Email is my most profitable by like not even close. No, it's like Michael Jordan playing like a grade 1 kid in basketball. Email is like Michael Jordan. It's the best. There's nothing beats it. So I don't mind paying that because my return is astronomical compared to any other thing. Really happy to be here. I have so much to learn. Right on. Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. That offer still stands too for you if you want it. But I'm glad you're here. Did you say we would be using Printful? No, Printify. So I'll show you all about that next week, how to connect it, how to work with it, how to make these in there. And then I got to show you how to like edit the actual order when it comes in. So I'm going to have to put an order through, and then I'm going to have to edit it so I can show you guys how to do it. And actually, yeah, I don't really know anybody their first Christmas in their new home. Oh, I got a buddy that moved. Maybe I could do him and his wife. One of those. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. But I'll show you how to connect it, how to, you know, the logistics of it, because they're really, it's funny too. If you had a Shopify store and you want to do custom things like this, there are programs out there that will automate the whole thing, where the actual buyer will create all this stuff and like edit the file. The file will automatically be saved from what the buyer did, and then that file will automatically be sent to the print-on-demand company, who will just process the order. But because of limitations with Etsy, meaning they won't allow like pop-ups on their site to customize things, and they don't have any technical ability to do the same thing that you could do with a Shopify store. That's why we have to do this manually. And there's really there's another way around it where you can have the buyer do this, and then you will get the image from the buyer, but it's pretty pricey when you're starting out. So I don't recommend that route until you're making really good sales. Then you can automate this as much as possible. But I don't mind editing an image file and uploading it when I know I've already made money on it. That doesn't bother me one bit. And you can also outsource that too. Or, you know, for me, I got a bunch of kids that will do it. And I pay them. I'm gonna pay them like $1 a thing or $2 a thing or whatever it may be, or get a VA from wherever, and you can pay them like an hourly rate or a per project rate or whatever it may be. So there's lots of ways to do it. But I'll just close with the one thing I really like about personalized stuff is it puts a moat around your business, because I would say 80–90% of print-on-demand sellers either don't know how to do the personalized part or don't want to do the personalized part. So that means that market and your competition is a lot less than if you're just doing generic print-on-demand stuff. So that's a good thing. Any extra steps that you have to take as a seller to actually participate in this market is good for your business, because there are, like, for every one of you, there's 8 or 9 people that won't do it because they don't know how and they don't want to. So there you go. They're sold on like the passive income thing, where you can just upload one thing and then I'm done and I can go sit on a beach and retire. And we all know that's not how it works at all. So you gotta do a little bit of work to make some money. Nothing wrong with that. All right, I'm gonna close with that. I'm gonna go check on the kiddo. I will see you next week, where we're gonna connect everything. We're gonna create it in Printify. We're gonna optimize it on our Etsy shop. You'll see all that. We'll create a video, and there's going to be a lot to cover. And then the final session is going to be a lot about marketing these actual ornaments. And now is the time. So now more than ever. So we'll see you next week. If you have any questions, post them in the forums, and I'll answer them as well. I'll post a replay there, and I'll post the link to this template file for you, and we'll go from there. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and we will see you soon. Hey everybody, welcome to training number 2 of 3 in challenge number 39. Give me 1 in the chat box if you can hear me and see my screen okay. Should see the store, the little beak gif, weird name, awesome shop. Good. And let me know where you're at geographically. It is 16 and sunny here in London, Ontario, Canada. But where are you? Rock Hill, right on. Cloudy and 61. Cyprus, nice. I think you're the furthest away. Wait, is that Cyprus, Florida? Or is that Cyprus, Greece? Which one is that? Galveston, Texas? Greece, yeah, you're the furthest away. Because I think our New Zealand fella is not up right now, because it's like 3 or 4 in the morning for him. Anyway, all right, I got to dive in because I got a ton of ground to cover. So last one, just to recap, we did the intro, the research, and design with Canva. I'm going to do another design today for you, and then we're actually going to connect to Printify. We're going to create the ornament in Printify. We're going to move it to our Etsy shop. Then we're going to do the title, description tags, and the hashtag stuff and all that stuff. And then we're going to create a video, and then we're going to optimize the listing fully. So you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff here today that we're going to do. Kind of like once you have all the research done, this is what you do next. So the connection to Printify is just a one-time thing, super easy. So I'm going to start there before I do anything else. And you guys are going to need to do this too. So go to Printify, and if you're new, sign up. If you already have an account, log in. So I'm going to sign up to a brand new one. And I'm going to use this email. And a password. And then I'm going to sign up. And it's going to ask me to confirm it, I think. Or it's going to ask me a couple questions here in a second. All right, so what describes you best? It doesn't really matter. What is your main objective? Grow. What brings you to Printify? I don't know. Product selection. What are your current sales? Well, on this one, it's 0. How do you currently fulfill your custom printed products / merchandise? Let's just go with POD partner. How did you find out about it? I don't know, YouTube. All right, so now what they ask you to do is order a sample. You can do that if you want. You can connect your store, design your product. So I'm going to save this up here as Printify. There. Okay, now I'm going to click this and connect my store. And I'm going to click connect. And then I'm going to go to Etsy. And you can see you can do Shopify, Etsy. Did you guys know Walmart was possible? That's crazy, right? That's a whole different ballgame. But it is totally possible to hook up Printify to Walmart now, which is wild and something that I am definitely exploring. Squarespace, eBay, Wix, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, PrestaShop, or you can use their API. So we're just going to connect here. And make sure that you're logged in to your store on Etsy when you do this. So I am. So it says an application would like to connect. The application Printify, blah, 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 grant access. It's all the same whenever you connect anything. Success. So now we're connected. So check out the article on how to start selling. Okay, we could do that. Or we could just start selling. But I'm going to do up a new design here because I want to do another niche because I gave you the new home one. I'm going to go here and I'm going to go Ornaments. Personalize. I found this keyword was kind of searched for a lot in my travels here. So the one that I really liked, and you can run the EverBee thing on this, is this one. Our first Christmas married. This little niche for like newlyweds seems to do very well. So I'm actually going to take this because whatever the title is, the title one is, it's usually the best keyword. And I'm going to dig down into this niche. There are sub niches within the personalized ornaments, right? So now if I go here and go products, I'm going to analyze the whole page. So the keyword I'm looking for is our first Christmas married. And we'll see. The new home one is a good one, which we saw in training number 1. But this is also a really good one. Once it loads up, you can see, like, look at that. I'm going to sort by sales. So 7,212 sales. That's an ad, but I'm going to click it anyway. For that kind of one, Mr. and Mrs. First Christmas Married. So that's a photo one. We're not going to do photo one. Well, we probably could. There's another one. First Christmas Married. Our first Christmas Married, Bob and Jenna, 7/2/2021. Look at that, 24 bucks. Whew. And the personalization. And what do they have for shipping? 12 bucks shipping. Oh, so they're charging 24 plus 12 is 36 bucks for this ornament. So yeah, crazy. Let's look at the video on this one. That's cool. Very cool. And this one has 1,046 reviews. And sales-wise, it's one of the top ones on here. With like 6,484 sales. In other words, that's a doozy. So this is a niche that we definitely want to be in. So I want to make a version of this super simple. Yeah, because I want to show you how we're going to do it. So I'm just going to move this over here for a second. I'm going to go to Canva. I'm actually going to create a new one. I'm just going to do 1,000 by 1,000. And you can also go to Printify and you can get the templates to use. So if you go here, go to the catalog, or you can just search for ornaments. There's all these different ones. There's wooden, which is the best sell. Actually, that might be a good one to sell with a heart. That's, yeah. There's a circle, the metal, ceramic, and then there's that one, and then there's this one, pewter, snowflake ornament. That's pretty cool. Metal, ceramic, Christmas ball, glass, and ceramic with 4 shapes. So I think we can do the old school ceramic. We could do this one. They're saying this is a bestseller. So let's go on here. No, actually, I want to do a circle one. Just because all my other templates are circles. So I'm going to do this one, this ceramic 4 shapes. And in here, you can see it is 3 millimeters thick, porcelain, one-sided print, hole for hanging, gold tone string included, available in 4 shapes, snowflake, star, heart, and circle. Height of the hole can slightly deviate. Each pack contains a single ornament. For better printing results, please avoid intricate designs due to the small scale of the ornament. Small text and high detail designs may turn out blurry. So you gotta know that. So let's go here to start designing. Because what I want to get is this, right? I want to get this template. So if I right click, I can move it, but I can't really get it. So as we did before, I'm just going to take a little thing of this. This way I have an idea where to put my stuff. And I'm going to put this right on the edge. So the gray area is basically where you don't want to print, and the white area is where you can print, and then that gray hole there as well. I'm going to save that. And I think we already have this template, but just grab a template for each one. There we go. Oops, what's this? Did it save? Save as. Save. Yeah, I did. Okay. Get rid of that. Now let's go back to Canva here. And let's upload that design. So upload files. And there we go. Click it. There. Now what I'm going to do is make this as big as possible. And I'm going to go to edit image. I'm going to try the background remover because really all I want is the dotted lines. Well, let's see if this works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, it kind of did, but it's still got the gray in there. That's the one thing I don't really like about this. So now if I do an element, like I don't know, let's just insert this randomly. If I bring this forward, yeah, there. So now the whole reason I did that was to make it see-through, so that I know exactly where stuff is. There. Okay, so I'm going to send that backwards, and now I can design my whole thing in here. So let's go make a little design. So first thing I'm going to do is some text. Just real quick. Our first, and then I'm going to change the font on this, something like that, or that. I actually like that one. And make that a little bigger. And I'm going to do a duplicate. And then I'll do a duplicate. And I'm just going to change the font of this to something like that one. And then I can add some hearts. And in here, we can use a color if we want. You like 2 hearts. You can even put it behind if we wanted. And then we'll take a duplicate of this, and we'll do their name. So say Bob and Susan. Now what I like to do is just round this a bit. Like that, and then I'll stick the date in there. I'll go 7-2- something like that. And I'll make this font smaller. So, and then I'm just going to do a little, like, I don't know what you call those, flower border. Maybe I'll do a heart border. It's try a round. Something like that. And I could even get rid of the hearts in the middle if I wanted. There's one I was using before. This one. That's a little busy. Let's get rid of that. Let's go. See if we got anything curving here. Not really. Oh, maybe a wreath. Change the color of it. And we can rotate it. It's a little big. I'm going to expand that even more. That should be, oh, let me pull it down a bit. I need a thinner one. That's not working. I might just do it like this. Make them bigger. Yeah, maybe I'll just do a black or a white background. Or, let me try this. Just make this rounded. See what that looks like. Or something like that. Good enough. And try and get that bottom one. Tricky to click in here. There we go. There, even just something like that. It's not my best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to save this. So I would number these. So this will be like number 2. And this is our first Christmas married. Like that. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll click here and I'll just delete this layer. So that's going to be what it's going to look like. And this is the one I'm going to upload. So I'm going to share, download, and make sure you do a transparent background. Click download, and then we'll move this one into our file. Right there. Or my folder. There's my folder. There it is. Okay, pull this over. Now I'm going to make a new folder called products. And in here, I'm going to make a new folder for this one, which is the name that I need from here. So take your name, copy. Lost my folder. It's behind the screen. And then we'll hit F2, paste. And then I'll take this, drag it over. There's my production file. So it looks, it's all black because the preview on a Windows computer is wonky. It makes it black, but that is actually there. That's what it'll look like. So now I'm going to move this one over here for a sec. I'm going to go to Printify, and I'm going to go on my device and D drive challenges 39 products that. There we go. So I've got that ready to go. You can see how it fit perfect because I already used their template. Now, when I click Save Product, I go to screen 2, and this is where it will create these mock-ups, which is wonderful. But when you scroll down, you can see it's going to title it Ceramic Ornament 4 Shapes. So what I want to do is I want to name it the exact same name as my Canva file and the exact same name as my folder on my computer. That way we know it's this product, okay? Now, that's going to show it in Printify, but I'm going to edit this whole thing. I'm going to remove that. Actually, I probably shouldn't have done that. I'll leave that in there for now. And then store details, show all variants as available for purchase. Only show in-stock variants and hide any out-of-stock. Okay, just leave that on default. It's going to upload the product title description. We're actually going to edit that. This is one thing too in Printify. Click that and select your profile. Otherwise, it'll create a new shipping profile for every single product, which is a huge pain in the butt. So I'm going to publish this. I'm going to go to this screen where it's actually publishing to my Beat gift store. And then one other thing I need to do is I need to make sure I have manual orders going here. So I'm going to click this, and I'm going to click Manage My Stores, Settings, and I'm going to find that manual thing again. Yeah, where are you? Is it here? Settings. I need to set my orders to go to manual. It's one of these options. My stores? Yeah, it's my stores, and then the gear and the store name. Save, and then under here, oh you buggers. Go back here, settings, preferences, here it is. So again, it's in here, manage, this little gear icon, and then preferences, and then scroll down and do this for under order approval, set it to manual. If you don't do that, the orders are going to go through automatically, and that's not good, because especially when we're doing custom stuff. So set it to right here, manual, and then scroll down and click save. Otherwise, they're going to take the order and you're not going to be able to customize it. So they're going to get like the default template, which sucks, and you do not want that at all. Okay, so now we can go to our Etsy shop, and let's just go back to my products. So it says all in stock, published, should be good to go. So now I can go to my Etsy shop. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have dogs barking here in a second because I've got somebody here who, oh, delivery guy. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my Etsy shop and I'm going to sign in. Oh, I am signed in. Okay, so let's go to Shop Manager. And when they upload these under listings, you'll see they actually upload them like live, which I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is. I don't know that there's a setting in Printify that I can switch to get that fixed, but now we click on the gear, click on edit, and now we can do all our edits. So within here, we've got to do everything, right? We even have to add Printify because I do not have them in here yet. And I'll show you all the good stuff that we have to do. So first thing I want to do is I want to kind of get my title, description, tags, and hashtags all done. So what I'm going to do is create a new Word doc. in this Word doc, which is on another screen, on a frozen, there it is. I'm going to have a Word document set up. And in here, this is going to be my Etsy I'll put Etsy, which one is this? First Christmas married, title, description, tags. So, I got a cough, hang on, I don't want to cough in your ear. Mute myself. Oh man, okay, so. Oh man, hang on. Whew. Brutal. All right, title. We need a title. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to look at First Christmas Married. So I can click that, and all this is First Christmas Married, Newlywed Gift, Mr. and Mrs. Christmas Ornament, Personalized, Mr. and Mrs. Wedding Keepsake, number 25. So number 25 is not what I want, but the rest of this, copy. Now, one of the new things that I've been seeing is people aren't using any separators. There's no comma, there's no hyphen, there's no anything. And they're saying it's working better. So, I don't know. I'm going to experiment with it to see. But, beats me. We'll see how it works. Now, they have this acrylic ornament, Christmas ornament, engagement gifts, gift for her, gift for couple, married ornament, wedding gift, Christmas gift, custom ornament, engagement party, gift for him. So, I'm going to copy all these to the clipboard. Then I'm going to put it under tags. And those are comma separated, which is good. Personalization. I'm going to go to the listing here. I'm going to click it. I'm just going to see what they say. So all they say is add your description, add your personalization, 2 names, wedding date. So we could just put that for a template because we're going to need that for our own. And then hashtags is more for TikTok, so I don't really need that yet. And I'll just make this look pretty. And what I have, I actually have like one master document, but I'm thinking of separating them all into like a folder and have each niche have its own document. Because I'm having to scroll quite a bit on my master document right now. I don't like it. And the reason we're doing this work now is so that when we launch like 5, 10, 20 of these First Christmas Married ornaments, it's super easy because it's just copy and paste. That's all we're going to do. So we're going to use the same title, same description, same tags on all of them. And we're going to really own whatever we do there. So under their description, we can look at what they typed. I don't know if you heard my dog. So make your family memories bright with Hello Delicious Beautiful Christmas Ornaments. Please add your personalization to the personalization notes section at checkout. We'll print it exactly as you say. One-sided clear, artwork will not scratch, blah, da, 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 da. Thank you for visiting. iPhone and Samsung cases, vintage prints, our site. All designs are and copy our One Sweet Orange LLC's exclusive property. There you go. So they don't really have much. That's more on the technical side. But if we go back here, we can look at other descriptions as well. Let's just go to this one, see what they say. First Christmas married ornaments, Mr. and Mrs. photo. It's beautiful, personalized snow globe. Snow globe? Oh, wow. I didn't know it was a snow globe. Looks like a piece of acrylic. Okay, here's now. So Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to take my tags and kind of work them in here. So I'm going to say looking for, is this your first Christmas married? Or do you know someone who is having their first If that's the case, then this personalized ornament is the perfect Christmas gift for any newlyweds. And then I'll say to personalize this ornament, simply type the name and date you want to appear. We will then customize it for you and send it out as fast as we can. It's the perfect Christmas gift, engagement gift for a couple, gift for her, gift for him. And it's a keepsake ornament they will treasure forever. Make this first Christmas gift ornament something like that. So all I was doing is trying to pepper in all this married, wedding gift or engagement gift, Christmas gift, personalized ornament, Christmas ornament. Just trying to put that in the description as much as possible. So I just whipped through that pretty quick. But the longer you can make this and the more you can put in those keywords, the better, I think. So now this, Christmas ornament, Christmas gift. Now, down here on the tags, one thing I do want to show you is we can go to here and we can go to Tag Analyzer, and this will actually show us all of these results. I think there's 562 keywords analyzed. So for that particular search, our first Christmas married ornament, I'm getting these, and so I'm going to get, if I search by volume, there's one word stuff, which is not really that good. Some doesn't apply, married does. Christmas decoration does, but we're going to get into probably lower volume on the search side. But we can sometimes find some in here that we do want to put in to our tags, and I think they're already all covered, but like I see wedding gift, gift for her. Housewarming gift might be more for the other one, for the new first home. Wedding gift, housewarming, gift for her. Wedding gifts, wedding gift, personalized gift. So all that stuff is already in there. Christmas ornaments, that's in there. Gift for a couple, I think that's in there. Let's see. So we have Christmas ornament, Christmas gift, engagement gifts, gifts for a couple, yeah, it's in there. Personalized gift, engagement, party, gift for her, gift for him, custom ornament, keepsake, acrylic. We're gonna switch that out with ceramic, although I think personalized would be better. Oh, personalized gift is there. Wedding gift, married ornament. Okay, so we're gonna leave those. I just want to analyze it to make sure I'm not missing any good ones. Christmas ornament, personalized gift, wedding photo, not really applicable. Christmas ornament, destination wedding, no. Gift for him. You can see there's a lot of volume on these. Just married, personalized, bridal shower gift, just married, personalized, So yeah, like I said, I just want to scroll through just to make sure. Mr. and Mrs. Why is that search for? That's interesting. That caught my eye too. There's a lot of those. So what I'm going to do is replace one of these. Instead of custom ornament, I'm going to try and do this. That's an interesting one. Some Noel decorations, gift for grandma, not really. Stocking stuffer, no. Keepsake, yes. Newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Even that has 900. Bride and groom. Grandpa, Christmas bauble. I don't know what that is. Sympathy gift, new home gift, hand lettered engagement, party family gift, wedding present. Custom ornament is in there, but the Mr. and Mrs. has more volume. Bereavement, no. Well, I mean, they did get married, but wood ornament, unique wedding gift, that's cool. Wood, not wood. Newlywed gift, holiday ornament, Christmas wedding. Okay, so I think newlywed's gift, that's a good one too, but I think we have that. Do we have newlyweds? Engagement. Well, keepsake was one I want in there. Ceramic I want in there. Married ornament, yep. Christmas. So I'm going to keep it like that. So just go through, do the tag analyzer. And if there's any that you see in there that are sticking out, make sure you have them in there. Wife wedding gift, newly married. Yeah, there's a ton. Okay, so that I'm pretty happy with that. And you can see there's a whole bunch of other ones in here too. Search that back by sales. It's this one. So if you're now, just sidebar, what I would do. So I made the one design, and it is unique. I don't see any others, but you can make another one like this. They're super simple. There's like 3 lines of text and an image. Okay, and think of how many more of those you can do. And then this one, that's a photo, but this one, W, Mr. and Mrs. Williams. So you could do something like this too, very easily. And they seem to have a bunch of these. First Christmas married. They got the, oh, is this the same one? Yeah, look at all these design styles. So there's, I don't like this, where you put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different design styles. Yeah, I would break these out into one listing each, because if you have 9 of these in the search results for all these keywords, like in the possible search results, to me, that's better than lumping them all under one listing. So I would actually take a screenshot of this, and I would put this in your research file, because these are design themes or like design styles that you could certainly use. But to me, each one of these is a new listing, and it's only 20 cents for a listing. So why would you put 9 listings into one? Maybe I'm missing something here, but I don't think so. I wouldn't do that. What else I got here? Got a gift box. Okay. Love it, guarantee. That's cool. Convoy of Hope. Oh, okay. Donating too. Interesting. They got a video. Nice. Made by Arlie. All right, you got my attention. What do you got here? Christmas ornaments. 111 of them. Oh, doggy, we just found the jackpot. So I'd be bookmarking this page. And if you want to see which ones are best, just analyze the page. If it takes that long, you got to reload it. Usually. Try that again. Product analytics. Boom. I think it's because I have too many. Oh, there we go. So now if we want to cherry pick their best sellers, make our own version, we can do that. So we know they're getting sales. We know they got a ton of them. Oh, so 36 listings on that front page. One thing too with this little spy tool, sometimes they pull the results from the first page, but sometimes their best sellers are down deeper. So let's look at this one. Oh, look how easy that is. That's simple. A little flower thing, Our First Christmas Engaged, Sarah and Chris, 2021, that's got a lot of sales too. So you can easily do that. And again, they're putting a whole bunch into one, which, like I said, I don't agree with, but I mean, they do have 166,000 sales. So anyway, let's get back on track. Let's go back to our shop. Where's our shop? I lost my shop. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have the title, description, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to move this to another page because I can update this now. So title-wise, I'm going to copy from my other sheet, and I'm going to come into here, and I'm going to go here. So the title comes through as that. I want to put it like so. Another company or person. No, not a supply. Finished product. And it's under ornaments. The primary color of this one is white. Secondary, I would say red. And then your dimensions, I think it's 3 by 3. And there's no depth. Oh well, it was like 0.125, something like that. I think it was 3 by 3. Holiday is Christmas. Season is winter. I turned mine to automatic because why bother listing all this stuff if you're not going to use them? And then if something's not working after like 6 months or so, like I spent 40 cents, big deal, then I will turn it off. So now I'm copying my description. I'm going to paste it here. And oh, you could add in this 3mm thick porcelain one-sided print hole for hanging, gold tone string included. You could put all those details too. And we must add a production partner, so we're going to add new, and it's going to be Printify. Now you could put P5 if you wanted. You didn't want to disclose it. And under here, I found a good one. So hang on, can't remember what they said. Printify, production partner, Etsy info. Handmade with the production. I want the address. Can't remember what it is. Printify, location, US, production partner. There, they give you all the info here. So I don't have the ability to make it by myself to design everything. They do everything for me. So we'll just go United States. That's fine. So that's it. Why are you working with them? I don't have the. There we go. What's your role? Design everything myself. What's their role? What did they say? They do everything for me. There you go. I find this doesn't really matter much, save partner. But I mean, you have to add them. So there's Printify. Now section wise, this will be Christmas. Tags are going to be here. On my other Google Doc. Copy. Paste. Add. And then ingredients, I'm gonna say this, ceramic. Price wise, what I do, I always run a big sale, so 30 or 40% off. So I'm gonna price these a lot higher than that. I think there were $7 base cost and like 5 something if you have Printify Plus or the Printify Premium. So I'm gonna go like this because I'm gonna run a discount. One little other trick I've been doing, set this super low to start. You can come back in and edit this, but when you have quantity low, it'll show as low in stock on the page, and that I think sometimes spurs people to buy it faster when they see that. So just keep that in mind. Now, personalization, I'm going to turn that on. And here, I'm going to say, I have it over here. Please provide, so yeah. Let's type it in. Please provide the name and date you want to show. You want us to print on the ornament. Example, Bob and Susan and try to make it look like what you have on there. Can't remember what I had on there, so I'll scroll up. Bob and Susan 722022. Wait. 722022. Okay. So 7. There. It's not optional, we need it. It's free shipping. It's US free shipping. I'm gonna do that. And then before I hit publish, I'm gonna go up here and I gotta do my video. So I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna save this image to my challenges 39. And this one. And this one. Oops. Now, you can also go here to place it. Oh, why is it coming up like that? I think it's placeit.net. And you can log in. Can't remember what my thing is. There it is. And we're going to go to Ornaments. Now, this is optional, totally optional, but you see they got ornaments in here that you could do mock-ups of. Not very many, apparently. But they have way more than that. Interesting. I thought they had more. Maybe it was Etsy. Good old Google. Ornament mockup. Did I type that wrong? Creative Market has them. Elements Envato has them. FreePick has them. Etsy has them. So check this out. You can buy mockups on Etsy. And you can do your own, make them look real pretty. $1.86, 97 cents. So Etsy's got a ton of these too. And all you do is you get the blank, load it into Canva, and then you put your image over it, and you're done. Then you got your mockups. So you can go crazy with the mockups. I'm just going to use the one from Printify for now because I got to make a video. So I'm going to go home here, and I'm going to do a video, and it's going to be a square one this time. So, oh, sorry. Let me go home. Let's go videos. Let's go with some templates. So I'm going to do one from scratch because you guys have seen my other ones. And I could do a blank one too, I guess. Go create. The size is wrong though. I want a square one. Oh, let's just go with this one. I'm going to edit it anyway. So first things first, remove this sound because delete track. Delete, there it is. Get rid of the sound. You do not want that. Now here, I have one page. I'm going to make this 5 seconds. And then what I'm going to do is upload my elements. So I'm going to have 3 there. And this first one is going to be this. I'm going to replace the background. And then in here, I'm going to make that black. Make that black. So I can see it. And make that black. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I don't think I can change the color, so I'll just delete that. Delete. Delete. And then I'm going to put some bouncy stuff on this. So that's got the typewriter effect, that's got the shift effect. So now if I play this, and this has the breathe effect. So I'm going to see if I can make that sleek. Okay, I'm just going to leave that. Then I'm going to do a duplicate. And then I'll move to the second one. I'm going to remove that background. And then I'm going to add the next one. What am I going to say? First Christmas, and change the color here to a white. Change that to black or a white. Let's see what that looks like. And then I'll do a dupe of this. Actually, I'll do a dupe of this. I'll put this one in there. Customize it. A bit bigger. I'll just center these. There we go. So I've got a square one now. Kind of blurry on that second one, but oh, I should put their names with. Let's change the line spacing a bit. And that first one, I'm gonna detach that. I'm gonna animate that with a do that. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so this image. There. Okay, now I can animate this. There. You can play with this. That'll be better. There, it's moving more. There, good enough. Okay. Share. Download. Now it'll download as an MP4. Yesterday I was having issues with these downloads, so I hope I don't have an issue today. In that it wasn't completing the download. I don't know what was up, but hopefully we get that in there, because the last step is to add that video. Then, oh, okay, so I do have time, because next week I'm going to show you the free promotion and the paid promotion of these. So let's just wait a second while it does that. I'm going to move that to another screen. While it does that, and it's going to go right there. You can adjust the thumbnail too if we want. That looks better. Okay, it did save. Right here. So I'm going to now drag this over to there. There we go. Yeah, and up here, you've got like 10 spots. That's why you can use those other ornaments, or those other mock-ups, in order to fill those spots. So there's our little video, looking good. Super simple. I'm going to hit publish. And now what I have is this document. And when you click on title, it'll fill it in. So now when I go to do another design, I've already got the title, description, tags done. When I go to do another design, I also have a template now for the video. So all I have to swap out is the images. So I'll just replace those 3 images. I'll make a copy of my Canva one, and I'll replace the 3 images. I'll rename it, and then I'll save that as my next video. So it moves faster and faster as you go along. Yeah, it worked today, which is good. But yeah, yesterday I was trying to get my videos, and it wouldn't do it. So last thing we want to do, let's go to marketing. Marketing, sales. And this store, I think, yeah, it's out of a sale. So I'm going to run a sale. I've been finding during this time of year, 30% off is good. Start it now. Run it for like the rest of November. I've been running like 2-day sales, because then you get that pop out on the side too. And it just, anything you can do to get more scarcity is good. So continue, and then you have to add multiple, and then select whatever you have in here, all of your products. Review and confirm, confirm. So now, when I go to my store, I should see my sale. There it is. Although the sale's not showing yet, click it. You can see there's the sale right there. See? because I didn't put 999, I put 5. So now I get low in stock in big red letters on my listing. 30% off, low in stock. I'm just trying to get people to freaking buy it. Like, I don't want them to wait. So I think this type of listing is really, really good. Free shipping is awesome. That price might even still be a little high for this type of ornament. Might want to lower that a little bit more, or either change the price to like $17.99, or run a 40% off sale. And you can run different sales on different items too, as you saw in there, because you can pick the category. So if I pick Christmas and I run a 40% off sale on my Christmas stuff and 30% off on everything else on my store, even for a longer period, that's okay. So now, once it gets down to under 24 hours, there'll actually be a slide out on the side on the listing that'll say, hey, this sale ends soon, you might want to get this. So that's pretty cool too. The only problem I have, somebody saying about the square video instead of the other one, this video is not going to translate well to TikTok. So I'd have to do another version for TikTok, but I find square, I'm seeing more and more square videos on the big time stores than the other ones that I was doing. So I research all the time and I'm always looking. The other thing is, like I said, I would fill in the rest of these mock-ups with ones you can buy on Etsy, or you can buy on Creative Market, or you can buy wherever you want, just to make sure you've got all your images taken up there. So this one's basically ready to go. We're coming up, yeah, we're at the hour now, but when an order goes through, I can show you what to do in the next one, but it's basically just, you'll get a notification in Printify, and then all you need to do is take the personalization information, create a duplicate in Canva. I'll show you this whole thing, and then we're just going to edit the order with the new personalization, hit submit, and boom, it's gone. So it'll be already paid for from Etsy, and then you just have to fulfill it. So every day you just go in and check it. But I will cover that in the next one. It's not that difficult to do at all, to personalize with Printify, and a lot of you have already done it too. So yeah, market's huge. What I would suggest for homework is go and make at least 4 more of these in this particular sub niche of like our first Christmas married, because you already have the title, tag, and description ready to go. Plus you got a mock-up video template ready to go as well. So it's all good. I'll see if there's any questions in here. A sec, get organized. A couple coming in. Okay. Oh dear, I'm in Florida hoping to maintain internet through our current Hurricane Nicole. Oh man, I hope you guys are okay. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, man, Florida's getting, that's twice now. That's not good. Damn. Hi there, I know you moved beyond digital Christmas cards, but could you please explain how the customers gets the card once they purchase it? Do I need to do any additional steps? Oh no, I still add those. I still add those digital cards. So it's a digital download. So they actually get emailed the file, which you'll see in the previous challenge where I did that, where I set up the listing, and you upload the file and they receive the file. And then they can do what they want with it. They can print it, they can put it on something, they can do whatever they want. Have to leave halfway through. If you have time, please go over shipping, as I need to create a shipping profile. Okay. Will you have an extra tea on the end of Christmas? Oh, do I? Did I screw something up? I probably did. On this design, or one I was farting around with before? I think that's right. I'll check. Christmas is spelled wrong. I fixed it by deleting it. Okay, there, I fixed it. If I wanted to do a different background, like Starry Night type thing, can I make a color black background? Don't like black background, or will Printify default to a transparent background? No, you can do whatever background you want. So if you wanted to do, that's the other one. If I wanted to add in a different one, let's go this to get that thing up again. Say I wanted to put in, you said starry, so let's try that. Well, say I want to do a full heart, just to red heart background. Let's try this. What if I wanted to do graphics? Something like that. I could do it. Oh, it's pretty ugly, but they would just print the whole background behind here. And if you want to get a background in there, you go frame, and you take this all, then you take this, you insert it, like so. And watch, this won't work for me now, of course. So just make that line up with your whole thing. I don't think I'm dead on, but I'm pretty close. And then go to Elements and go to Heart. Try something like this. And when you drag it, the frame will crop it for you. So if you did something like that, it would print it like that. That's no problem. Or you could do stars back there or whatever you wanted. So I'm just going to undo that, just in case I actually sell this one. Or somebody buys it. There. I'll go back one more. Back to remove that. Oops, forward. Delete that layer. There we go. Now I'm back to this. Good. Okay. Shipping profile that I had to create was on Etsy. Yes. So on Etsy, it is under Shop Manager, Settings, Shipping Settings. And then you just click on Create a Profile. And you're going to go, if you're doing free, I'll enter prices manually. Select the country of origin. So put like United States. And then the zip code. So just find one for like Florida. Processing time, 3 to 5 days, 1 to 5 days. And then under here, under shipping service, you can go like USPS. And then here you can put free. And you could do the same. You could even like delete this if you only want this for the US. And then you just click save, name it and save it. That's how you do your profiles. That's how I created this one. So it's super easy to do. And then Printify will pull up this profile for you. Is there a benefit to repeating the same tag words in the description? I think so, because I think they're reading the whole thing. I mean, it's not a human that's doing this search algorithm, so I think it's going to help. Yeah, the keywords, I think you should put a couple of them in there anyway. What does the trend down arrow on the tag analyzer do or mean? Oh, the trend down. I don't know. Let me find one. I had one analyzed here. Let's go like this. Well, that won't give me it. I gotta go to the listing. Okay, try this. Well, that loaded pretty quick. Jinx it. Okay, tag analyzer, trend. Oh, it's just the trend on the searches. So if we scroll down to this case, personal ceramic ornament, no, keepsake, no. First home ornament. So let's click that. And you see the trends. So you know right here, when people are searching, and then that one dies off, obviously because it's an ornament. So this is a very, very seasonal product, but if you have seasonal products, that's fine. So just find ones that hit every month of the year, and then you're making sales every month of the year, just on a different season. Spelling on second page. I do not doubt I made a spelling error somewhere. I'll go back through and fix it. Maybe Canva was having difficulties. Yeah, down in Florida as well, but it beats Alberta at the moment. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, Alberta's probably got snow by now. So they receive the email automatically then? Yeah. So on the digital products, when the buyer buys it, they get an email with the link to download it, because Etsy stores that file on their servers. So you don't have to do anything else. Do I suggest to get a pro account with Printify? Yes, once you're doing volume, because you'll save big time on the base cost, like $1 to $1.50 in some instances, even more than that, and it's worth it. Should your mask not include the bleed area as well? Probably. It should have been smaller. Yes, good point. I'll have to try the replay as I'm at work and only got half of it. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, the replay will be up this afternoon. I'll get that out for you. All right, that was a good one. I think we got a ton of opportunity here right now, because you saw even from the trends that people are looking for this stuff right now. I just shifted on my other store that I'm doing the journal thing on. I shifted all my ads to ornaments only for the next week or two to see if that spurs even more sales on them, because I don't really want to be advertising like some of the others, like Halloween stuff. I removed the ads completely for that. And ads on Etsy are a pain in the butt, because I haven't found a way to do it in bulk yet. You have to manually go through each one, and man, when you get up to a couple 100,000 listings, it is just a pain to manage. So I hope they fix that. It would be nice to click one little button and say turn them all off, and then just go back in and run the ads only for the ones you want. But right now, when you're running ads for your whole store on every product, it's very clunky to use it that way. So I would just run it for the seasonal items only. Or I mean, if you have bestsellers, always run ads for those. But seasonal stuff is where you want to focus your budget. Because if you have like $100 budget a day on Etsy, and you have 100 listings, and it's showing like $1 to each one, but some of them are Halloween things, that's not going to do any good, because nobody's buying Halloween stuff anymore. They moved on to Christmas. So you want to focus everything on your Christmas section, I would say. Confused as to how you're making money on these. Cost is $5.49, shipping's $5.49. So your out of pocket is about $11, and then there's the Etsy cost. Right. So I think I explained this in the other one, but we have a lot of lost leaders too, and you can raise your prices, but we want to get multiple sales. We want to get sales. We want to get traction in the algorithm. We have other products on our store too that are higher price items. And most importantly, when you get the sale, you get them on your email list. And when you use all the techniques you know now from sequences and sales on email, that's where you make a ton of money. So even though these ornaments are low cost and they're low, super low margin, it doesn't matter because we are getting them on our email list. We're getting a buyer, we're getting a possible review, we're getting all these benefits from these. Whereas if we're trying to sell them a higher ticket item, like say a message card or something like that, which I think I have on here. Do I have it on this store? Yeah, so, well, that's, why isn't that mock-up showing? Weird. So I got all these low-cost things on this store. So these people are all getting on my email list, right? Now, when I load up my store with other items, like I could do shirts, I could do sweatshirts, I could do hoodies, I could do candles, I could do jewelry, I can do message cards, I can do all this other stuff. And when they get on my email list, they're going to be seeing all this other stuff, and then they're going to buy it. And to get somebody to buy who's already bought from you is a lot easier than going out and trying to find a new one. So that's what I'm using the necklaces, ornaments for. I know I'm not going to make like $10,000 a month on ornaments unless I have massive volume, which some of these stores do. Like if you have 10,000, or if you have even, I don't know, 800 listings and they're all ornaments and you're getting like 100 sales a day or 200 sales a day and you're making like $1 a sale, well, that's not too shabby. That's like $100 at 100 listings would be like $3,000 a month. And if you go to 200 sales a day at $1, then that's like $6,000 a month. So that's your margin after all the fees and all that other stuff. So these are not the items that are going to put you, to astronomical levels, but they are going to get you sales. They are going to build up that sales number, And when that sales number is built up, now all of a sudden you move up a tier, as far as I'm concerned, in the Etsy results. So if it's between you with 10,000 sales, even if 5,000 are on low price items, you're going to do better in the results than somebody with like 10 sales. You're going to get shown more, you're going to get better placement, you're just going to end up better overall. So there are, maybe I'll go over that in the next one, but there are different types of products that we use for different things. And yeah, actually I will do a little section on that because I have got that question before and it is a good one. So hope that makes sense. But all right, I'm going to close it with that. It is sandwich time in London, Ontario, and I got to go fix some screw up with the airline too because we're going to Florida in December. And of course, never, ever, ever book the cheapest airline you can because they are horrible for customer service. They don't even have a phone number. It's Swoop Airlines. I don't know if you guys know that. Totally regret ever booking with them because they moved my flight to later in the day, which is okay, I guess, but I can only book maximum of 6 people online at a time. Well, there's 7 people in my family, so I had to split it. So I did 5 and 2. The 5 section, they moved later in the day. The 2 people, they left them earlier in the day. So now we got to go to the airport for 7 a.m. and sit there until 1 p.m. Like, it's just dumb, really dumb. So, and they don't have a customer support number. Well, they do, but they don't answer it. They tell you to go online and go through Facebook Messenger. Anyway, that's my headache for the morning that I got to go deal with. So wonderful. And I got to go put up more of these nice little ornaments on my store too. I'll close it with that. Flying home, what's that? Yeah, we're going to Universal. Yeah, we are. We are going, we're doing the 2-day 2-park pass thing. We did that last time too. It was awesome. Flying home Saturday from Florida with WestJet. Okay, WestJet is, even WestJet's better than Swoop. Don't ever use Swoop. I wish I would have went on their Facebook page first and saw all the friggin' complaints, and I didn't, and I wish I did. Usually I do. I really hope they don't move us again because it's already a big mess up that I'm not real happy with. So anyway, I will, okay, I'll get this replay posted. I'll see you guys in there. If you have any questions, let me know. And I will see you next week on the next live one. Have a great week, everybody, and we will talk soon. Hey, everybody, welcome to Challenge 39, training number 3 of 3. In this one, we got a ton of ground to cover, but first, let me know if you can see my screen and hear me okay. Give me a 1 in the old chat box if everybody's good to go. Got a good turnout today. Really good turnout. That's awesome. Okay, so we got a 1. Good, good, good. All loud and clear. And let me know too if anything happens with the audio, if it drops or if the screen stops sharing. And let me know where you are located and how's the weather. So I'm in London. It is 0 degrees, it's freezing, and we've got snow on the ground, which is about right for now. Well, maybe a little bit early, but it is super cold out, which I love. Don't mind the snow at all. So what do we got here? We got Toronto, yeah, cold there. Dark and warm. Rock Hill, 45 and sunny. Where's my lady from Mexico? Are you on here today? I know we got global here. A couple more coming in. All right. So first question. Give me a 1 in the chat box. Well, give me the number of how many ornaments you've created so far and listed on your Etsy shop. Let me know. I want to see what everybody's doing here. So I've been going pretty good with it. I've got several up on my shop. Not this one. This is my demo store, my other store. 20. Nice. 1 ornament. Okay, good start. From Texas, where it's cloudy and rainy. 5. Nice. Good, good. 3. 0. I just started 0. Okay, that's fine. 25. Just need to list them. Awesome. Good. Yeah, I think you're really going to start seeing things pick up quite a bit next little bit here. And I'm going to cover one of the biggest issues that I've been having people ask me about too with an Etsy shop, and we'll cover that in a minute. But what I wanted to do today, I kind of had a little schedule. So I want to do an order demo, and then I'm going to talk about the free ways and then the paid ways to market these. And then I'm going to cover the biggest question, which is the second half of this training, which is, you know, I've got all these listings, I'm not getting any sales, what can I do? So I'm going to help you out with that. So stay tuned for that. Let's dive in though. So we've got our product going. I've got this at $19.99. What I'm going to do is go into my shop for a sec. And I'm actually going to create a coupon for that one. So under marketing, sales and discounts, because I'm going to buy one, and then I'm going to actually show you how to process the order, so you know. So create a promo code, percentage off. Let's go big. None, no end date. Well, let's end that today. Start it today. And then we'll just go demo 50. And then I'll just add this one. Where'd I put that? Whatever. Christmas. And then review and confirm. Copy that. Okay, so now if you try and buy this on your own shop, you're going to run into issues. They won't actually let you. So what you can do though is go to incognito mode and then take that URL, paste it. And you should probably do this too, because it'll help you get used to this. So that is $27.79 Canadian. And if I go here and I go, oh man, what is this? Oh, 25. I was putting a date in here, just whatever. Okay, I can add that to basket. And I'm gonna pay with, they're 13 bucks, so that's fine. Pay with PayPal. Almost sold out, that's good, because my thing ends today. So that's a good thing to see too, when you put a sale or a coupon for like less than 24 hours, this pop-up will slide out the side on a desktop, which is really good. Okay, so demo 50, pay with PayPal, shipping's free, good. So I'm gonna spend like $13 and whatever that was. Sorry about my dog's barking. You see, the wife in the driveway just came home on her break and brought me a coffee, so that was nice for her. Oh, come on. Log in with password, I know my password. Oops, although did I type it right? Crap, Butterfingers. So you see in a second here, I'll take you to the back end of Etsy and I'll take you to the back end of Printify so that you can see that. And it's also good to have these too. If you're doing an order, this allows you to create a lot of social media assets like videos and pictures and put them in, like go and hang them up on your tree and everything, and take pictures of it, and then you can use that for your listings. You could even have it so that you have like a blank, so you could, once I get this, I know it's on a white background, right? So I can take pictures of it in the tree or on the Christmas tree or beside a wreath or with somebody holding it, and I can do all these custom ones that nobody else has, and it makes your shop stand out a bit. So that's really good. So thanks for your order. Just send a receipt. Okay, so if you want to see what the receipt looks like, I'll show you here. Might as well see the whole process. Oh, that's not the receipt. There it is. So that's what it looks like. Dispatching in 3 to 5 days. Oh, one other thing while we're here. Make sure this time is accurate. If you set this too short and you go over, it'll ding your shop. So I think I made a post about that in the forums, but I had my dispatch like processing time set to 1 to 3 business days. And I had a couple orders go through and it was shine on. And because of the hurricane situation that they had, they were actually a little bit late. So it actually hurt my Etsy shop as far as the star seller badge goes. And I think if you tell people it's going to be 1 to 3 days and you end up being like 4 or 5 days, it's a black mark on your shop, I'm positive. So not, yeah, I mean, we can certainly recover from it, but there you go. So this is what it looks like. They got a link to it, the personalization, the price, all that good stuff, and then purchase protection. Connect this order to your account. Thank you for buying from us. And they also put the more from, which is cool. So they're already trying to get people back there to sell. And then my own shop here too. Go back here. I have I have favorited items, abandoned cart, and thank you. So the thank you program here is going to say thank you, and it's going to send them a discount coupon for 10% off in my case. I think I should actually increase that to make it a little bit more attractive. But now this will kick in and it will send out a thank you email and say, hey, thanks for buying. Come on back, take 10% off your next order, which is super cool. Now I can go to orders and shipping here. And there should be one, maybe later. There we go. So there's my order, so I can see everything in there. And now, because I'm integrated with Printify, the order will be pulled in there. Now, will it be pulled instantly? No. So if I go to Printify and you go to orders, and then you hit reload, this is the account that is attached to that. And you go to other orders, they will come in, but it's actually not in yet. I don't know if I can manually pull these in, which sucks. I probably should order this before. They do not pull this in real time. So there's actually a little delay between when the order happens and when it actually goes through, which I hope it's not midnight. Let me check this. I can't remember when the time was. I thought it was every 15 minutes. Can't remember what it was. Okay, so I might have to go back and shoot a video of me actually fulfilling the order for you, because it could be 2 hours. It just depends, because all of these print-on-demand suppliers use cron jobs on their servers, which is just, it's a little script that it's like a timer on a server that says fire this script every hour or every 15 minutes or every half hour, whatever it may be, whatever the company sets it up to. So it could be that I can come back here near the end of this webinar and it'll be in there, and then I can go ahead and do it. If not, then what I'll do is I'll actually shoot the video of me fulfilling the order, and I'll put that right below the replay here. So yeah, you can see here. So most Etsy orders will appear within a 2-hour time frame after they've been submitted in Etsy. If an order hasn't been imported into Printful after this time, it's most likely because its payment hasn't cleared yet. Only orders with an Etsy status paid will be imported into Printify. Your system will continue to automatically check the status of the Etsy order and import it into Printify once the status has been updated to paid. We'll recommend getting in touch with Etsy, blah, 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 blah. So, well, let's see if it's paid. It should be paid. Guest. Personalizable. I believe it's a paid order. Could just take a minute. And it's going to show here under, it should be other orders. But it's right here, orders, and you'll come into this page. If you don't see it here, go to other orders, and you'll see it in here once we pull it. So I could do it. I'm not going to do that. All right, I'm going to wait on that. But I'm sure if you guys have done these personalized ones before, you know, the basic process is we see the order in here, and we're just going to edit the order. So step one in editing the order is going to Canva and then going like this. Take your design and this little duplicate thing right here. See this? Do a duplicate of the page and then just edit it. So go like that, and then click here and put in the date. And then to download just this page, you go share, download, and then under select pages, go like that and hit that part and just pick that one. And I would go with a transparent background as well. Just looks better. So now I'm just downloading page 2. And then what I'll do is I'll actually save that to a folder. So I'll go here, show in folder. And then just for organization's sake, I'm going to go over here. There's the file there. So I'm going to go copy, or actually cut. Then I'm going to go to my shop. So in this case, I'll put it in the challenges folder. So you're going to have a folder for your shop. So that's products research. Make a folder called orders. And then what I would do is actually just put in a new folder for now. Paste. So paste that in there and then go back to Etsy. And you can kind of grab the order number. Oops. Let me click it. Just want to highlight this part. Copy, and then I'll actually name this folder under orders. I'll go F2. And then I know, okay, so in my store, there's my orders. It's that number, which corresponds to that order. And there is my file that I'm going to be swapping out in Printify. So within Printify, the step will be when it comes in. Here, reload. Be nice if it came in now. Oh, on hold. Okay, but it's there. It's there and it's pending. Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna click it, and you can see waiting for fulfillment. That's fine. Now here's where perfect. That's perfect timing. That actually came in way faster than I thought. So this is good. So I'm gonna start from the beginning because I got excited. Under orders, require action, meaning it's on hold. Submit the order. So we're gonna click the order over here. We're gonna go to edit order. And then we're going to actually, the product selected, we're going to delete that. Or actually, we can duplicate or delete. Let's go delete. Then we're going to add a product to order. Oh, we actually have to create it first, sorry. Let's go back here to my products. Leave without saving, sorry. I got ahead of myself. So let's go to my products. Let's do a duplicate of this one. And then let's go into the duplicate under the edit. And in here, all we're going to do is hit the trash can on this one. And then we're actually going to go to my device. We're going to upload our orders. So now go to your folder with your orders. And then open. Make sure it looks right. Oh, a little too big on that. So this is where you're going to have to make adjustments. So in my case, I'm going to have to reduce the size of that a little bit. Just bring it in. So let's go back to Canva and let's make that a little bit smaller. And let's try this. Share, download, transparent, pages. Just that one. Done. Download. Now it'll pop down here on the bottom left. Show in folder, cut, and let's go to our order. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to paste the new one in. There, so let's try that now. Let's go back to Printify. Let's delete this one because it's not fitting. Let's grab the edited one. Hopefully this one fits. You do want to check this. That's better. It's kind of touching the edge, but not quite. And this is your bleed area anyway, so you're good to go there. So I'm going to save this product. And then on the next page, you'll see where I can actually change this product description. That's where I'm going to plug in the order number, which is from, I can grab it from my folder, orders, this one. Copy. And I'm going to change this to that. And then I'm going to put save as draft. I'm not publishing the order. I'm just saving it to draft. So now when I go to my orders, I can see that one. I can click it, and then I can go edit, and then I can go trash can, and then I can go add, and then I can go that one, select, and then basically I'm good to go. Shipping, click, so it'll have it all pre-filled. Calculate shipping, that's fine, because they are going to charge me shipping over here, which standard $8.69. Oh boy, so I'm actually losing money on this because I put a big freaking coupon, and I'm in Canada, which is not good. So production and shipping is more than production now. That's insane. So just remember that number too, $14.45. Don't go below that, or you're losing money. And then I got to put in my credit card details, which I can do here. Hang on. I'm just gonna move it to another screen so you guys can't take my old credit card. Now, usually when you have a card on file, it'll just plug that number in, but I didn't have one on file for this yet. 5416. Oh, I shouldn't say my credit card number out loud. That was dumb. Then I'm gonna put my name. It's also a good test too, because I am in Canada, to see how long it takes to get this. Because then you'll have a real good idea of what you should be putting for your processing times. So let me bring this back over. There we go. So now the order is, it says on hold, but it should be ready to go. Waiting for fulfillment. So they'll fulfill it, and then they'll send it out. And then what they'll do is produce a tracking number in Printify. So the factory that makes this will contact Printify with the tracking number once it's shipped. And then Printify will update the order here with the tracking number. So that's kind of the automated way that it goes. So now if I go back to orders, you can see that this one is sending to production. And you can view the order, make sure you got it right. Everything's good to go. Created, sent to production. That's what it looks like. Good, good. That's my order number. That's my order number. And in Canva, that's my order number. And then on my own computer, that's my order number. So now everything is kind of done. That's how you personalize it. So the steps are, if you haven't done yet, go to My Products, do a duplicate of your main one, change it up, go to Canva. Well, actually, go to Canva first. I'll write these steps down. Go to Canva first, make it. Go to Printify, do a duplicate of the original, and create the product. So you're creating that personalized product, and then you're saving it as a draft in Printify. But then you go to your order, and that's where you follow those steps. So you edit the order, and you're just going to delete the existing product, which is the template, and you're going to attach the newly created product, the draft that you created with the personalization. You're going to do the shipping, you're going to pay for it, and then you're done. That's it. So as you do this more and more and more, it'll become a lot easier for you. Like you saw, I had to make some minor adjustments to that just to get it to process correctly. But now, when you're dealing with new products and new suppliers too, if you haven't had orders through, you can really dial it in, like I said, on the Etsy side for the processing time to make sure that, you know, if this is taking 5 to 10 business days to get to me in Canada, then I need to say that on my store, and I need to say that on my product description, and I need to set my processing time correctly to make sure. I know Etsy says sellers always buy things when they think they can get them faster, but the trade-off is if you say they're getting it fast and they don't get it fast, they're going to be pissed and they're going to give you a bad review. So I would rather tell them it's going to take longer and it get there quicker, then they're happier. So even if I lose a few sales on the front end, that's fine, because overall, over the long term, my store health is going to be a lot better. So that's really it. I mean, the personalization side, it is a few more steps. You could outsource this, definitely, but it doesn't really take very long. And we are getting a new customer. So think of like, hey, I just got a new customer. I want them to be super happy. So I'm going to do a really good job on this. Now they're in your system. Okay, so now we got to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is, how the heck do I get sales on this freaking store? So I know I've spoke to a lot of you too, and this is just a dummy store, but I've spoke to a lot of you who are Etsy sellers, and I know that when you go here and you look at your listings, you're like, man, I got like 100, 200, 500, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 listings in friggin' Etsy, and I'm really not doing much. And it's because the advice that you're given when your store is not really selling much is to just list more, list more, list more. So I'm going to correct that right now. And I did make a post on the forums too, which you'll see tomorrow. I can actually schedule a post, which is very cool. Anyway, so let's go start here. What is the definition of insanity? So there was a meme that I found, and I'm hoping I can find it. Oh, here it is. This is actually fine. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. If you're not getting sales on your store and you've got a boatload of listings and you're still sitting there going, okay, when does the switch flip? When do I start getting sales? When does this start happening? I see these other people who are making sales and I'm not, and I've got a ton of these and I don't get it. What's going on? Well, it's because of this, and it's because of that advice that everybody's given everywhere, which is, hey, you know what? If you're not getting sales, it's just because you need to list more. And that's not right at all. The reason you're not getting sales is you're not having people looking at your products. So you need to get people looking at your products. And I'm going to go to this right now, good old Funalytics, to give you like a visual on this. Oh, gotta log in. I thought I was logged in. Which is my cool little whiteboard type program. Now let's go to canvases. And let's do a new one. Don't make me unlock. Oh, you're lucky. Okay, so we'll go challenge number 39. And we'll go how to get more sales on Etsy. Oops, Etsy. There we go. And I mean, we all know there's zero doubt that sales are happening. If you just go here and go, how many sales happen daily on Etsy? So 13.4 billion in sales in 2021. I don't even think I can do that per day, but it's a lot. So let's go here. Stats you need to know. They have over, this is actually old. It's actually more like 4. Yeah, this is from 2020. There's actually, their sellers have almost doubled since the pandemic. 62% are based there, blah, blah, blah. California is home to most sellers. Okay, this is sellers. But if you look at this, so if they have 13.4 billion in gross merchandise sales in 2021, then how much is that per day? So if you go 13.4 divided by 365, I don't know, got that right. Three, 123. I think I did that right. Yeah, there you go. So 3.6 million per day that they're selling on Etsy, if I'm reading that right. And if I type that right, yeah, $3.6 million a day. And 3.6 million a day divided by 24 hours in a day, it's 150,000 an hour. I think I did that right. If I didn't, yeah, you get the idea. The point is, there's money. There's a lot of money going through Etsy. And if they're not going to you, they're going to somebody else. So let's look at our sales page. Well, let's go with our shop. So this is our shop on Etsy. Call this Etsy shop. Or we'll go listing. Let's take it to the listing level. So that's our Etsy listing. And we've got, you know, some people have 100 of these, some people have 1,000 of these, some people have like 5,000 of these, and it's just sitting there out in cyberspace doing absolutely nothing. So there's two things that we can do. We can get the traffic on the free side, which is stuff like Facebook. Send it from Facebook to our listing. We can send it from a group. So that could be like a page or a group. We'll put it like that. Or we can go, we know this part. Pinterest to our listing. We can go from Twitter, which is a hot mess right now, but who knows if the billionaire dude's going to turn around. We can go from, what was the other one? Oh, Instagram. So it's kind of the core ones that we can use. Now we can also go, I don't even know if they have an icon for this, but, oh, they do. TikTok. So these are all free ways. So this column, these are free like static images. These are free but videos. So we can post videos to these two of our products. You can go to Instagram Reels. Let's just make it look a little different. Not story, but Reels. Let's change that. And then once we got that, there's also YouTube, which is, there's paid traffic and there's free traffic, but in here I'm gonna put YouTube Shorts. The reason I'm saying that is your TikTok, Instagram Reel, and YouTube short video are all the same format. They're just that, like somebody's holding their phone upright. So you can, we've done this with like FP traffic. This is stuff you can add into. And the cool part is you can take, you know, those videos that you shoot for your listing. Well, you can plug that right in here, create an account on TikTok for your Etsy shop and plug that right in there. Create an account on Instagram for your Etsy shop, which you should already have from FP traffic, and start uploading those videos, the product videos, to there too, as well as create a YouTube channel, YouTube short, and start doing that, start creating the videos. So this is all on the free side. There's basically, I'm actually going to put in another one here. Well, Facebook, I'm going to say group, page and group. I'm going to put it on the same thing. There we go. So there's, we'll call that 2, 3, 4, 5 free image places, 3 free video places. This is all on the left side here is kind of the long haul, okay? On the other hand, we can do this. On the paid side, we can run things like Facebook ads. And then we can run things like Pinterest ads. Oh, and one more thing on the free side. I don't know if they have an icon for it, but no, they don't. Let's go with, I don't know, source. There we go. There we go. So when somebody actually types something into Etsy and our listing shows and people go there, I mean, this is the most direct way that everybody wants, this one, but we need to do all this stuff first. Ideally this, and then add this, and then start adding this. So did you know Twitter has ads? They do. They're not easy, I'll tell you that. I've run them in the past. And even the setup itself can be a little bit daunting because it's really not straightforward at all compared to the other platforms. And the results are not as good either. I think people are on Twitter to just argue more than anything. And then Instagram, of course, we can run ads, but that would fall under the Facebook ad realm. I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm showing you all this so visually we can solve that problem of I'm not getting sales. And then when people say I'm not getting sales, my first question is, okay, what are you doing for free traffic? Well, I'm not really doing anything for free traffic because it's Etsy and I should be able to just, you know, list on Etsy and have that work. And it's like, no, that's not the way it goes. So you need to correct that. So if you're not getting sales, you need to go out and get some traffic to get started. And then once you have traffic going and once you have sales, then this algorithm up here, this Etsy search results, they start noticing you and they put you in a better placement on the results page. So instead of being on like page 12 of results, you'll be on like page 1. And if the stores that make them the most money get the best results on here. And the only problem is getting to this point takes a lot of time and effort and energy, and a lot of people quit long before they get there. So let's go duplicate. There's even more places like somebody was asking me about Snapchat ads the other day. And yes, they are possible. I've never got them to work personally, but it is possible to do. So let's go back here. Let's go Google Ads. I'm going to put this up top just to even it out. Okay, so you've got this now. You've got that free stuff. We all do that. This you can add in. These are videos. Ideally, we want this. We'll get, maybe if we get lucky, we'll get something from this. This is Etsy search results. This is your SEO. This is your images. This is your mockups. This is everything else. This is setting up your listing correctly so that Etsy likes it and gives you traffic. But I'll tell you, they're not going to give you anything until you give them something. So it is a give and take relationship. They're not just going to give you sales. It's going to take a while. And I personally believe what they do is when you make your listing on Etsy, I think it goes into a probation stage. From what I've noticed with all my listings on all my stores, is they just kind of put it into probation and they're like, okay, go sit there for a while and just wait. You know, we maybe later we'll send you a little bit of this, but right now we're not going to. So you need to just wait it out. And I think what they're doing when they put all these new listings into the probation period, I'm talking like newer stores with very few sales mainly. They're trying to wait and see if people will stick it out, because they know that the people who are running like the Disney counterfeit products and all that, they want instant gratification, and when they don't get it, they move on to like Amazon or Amazon, and they'll go like pirate products over there instead. So I think there's now, and I think there's always been a waiting period, but it's like a probation period where they're watching your store. They're seeing too, if you go to your store and you look here on your shop manager, and under traffic, I think it's stats. Yeah, right here. See this? So they're like how shoppers found you. Etsy app and other Etsy pages, that's fine. Etsy search, I mean, this is a holy grail. Etsy marketing and SEO, that's more of, I think that's paid traffic, the offsite traffic. Direct and other traffic, that's good. That's when you like post a link in a Facebook group and somebody goes and buys it. But this is the big one too, social media. And they actually break it down, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr even. So they are tracking all this. And if they see that you're spending the time to send them traffic to build up their brand on social media, they're gonna reward you. So you can see my little demo shop right now has 0. If your shop has 0 or very little social media traffic and you're not getting sales and you've never really got sales, the solution is not to go and list more. The solution is to go make some posts on social media and bring them to your site. That's the solution. Then when you do find winners, okay, so we do all this stuff to get the free traffic. Once it starts popping, then we can go to all this stuff and start running ads. And you're like, okay, well, if I run a Facebook ad to my Etsy shop, to my Etsy listing, I can't track the results. You're right. So you have to put something in between the ad and your shop, which is a landing page. And that's where you go to things like getting their email address. So you could run a bunch of different type of email address gathering promotion type paid campaigns called lead gen campaigns, lead generation. So all your paid traffic is meant to generate leads for your Etsy shop. So they go from the paid traffic source. I could advertise any product I want. I could take this one that I just bought. So this listing, view it on the store. This listing, I could say, okay, I'm going to advertise this. I want to sell this on Facebook ads. I cannot run a Facebook ad direct to this page. That's a waste of money. Look at all the traffic leaks on here. There's the Etsy search bar prominently across the whole top of the page. There's all these menu items. And look at it, all the sub-menu items. They're all taking people away from your listing. Then when I scroll down, there's even more. Well, there's more from this shop. Thank you, Etsy. But oh, here's some other of my competitors who you might like too. Like, come on, man. And then related searches. Like, it's just traffic leak central. So what I need to do is I need to go from Facebook, in this case, to a landing page. I mean, ideally an opt-in page, where you say like, hey, I'm going to advertise this, and I'll say, get this ornament 10% off today for a limited time. Enter your email address here, and we'll send you the discount code. Boom. Now they're on my list. And now when they're on my list, I can market all my other stuff too. So paid ads are used a little bit differently with Etsy, and I think paid ads are used a little bit differently overall in general. I know some people are still running Facebook ads direct to listings, like say a Shopify listing, but I know that those people are losing money on the front end to do this because the ads are not as profitable and they don't track as well. It doesn't mean you can't run ads, it just means how you run ads needs to be a little bit different than it used to be. That's it. So instead of going direct for the impulse buy sale, what you do with ads now is you use your ads to build up your email list, which is now your marketing tool. And I'm going to add this in here. It's like your ultimate marketing tool. So let's go email. Put this down here. So we got this email list being built, and all of our emails go here to our shop, to our listing, not just our listing, but all the listings on our shop. And I do have training in the forums on how to do this as well. There's the Godfather method, which is really good. And that's just simply making them an offer that they can't refuse. So on all your paid ad campaigns, you're going to make them an offer that they can't refuse in order to get their email address. That's your sole goal of that campaign. You will convert people on your email list to buyers of not just stuff on your Etsy shop, but really anything you want. So if you're thinking, okay, well, I opened up a shop. Let's just go to a random one here. Let's go to, I don't know, Christmas gift, because that's what we're talking about, or ornaments. Not pattern, ornaments. 3,300 searches per month, by the way. So the first one to come up, popular now, that's cool. Let's check this one out. Caught my eye, I don't know why. And it's super cheap, and you're thinking, okay, these are embroidered too, wow, that's awesome. This could operate as a lost leader, but the owner of this shop has other listings, guaranteed. Oh yeah, look at this, 83,000 sales. Original design, unique, handmade only, sell on Etsy by DIY order. Man, if they're embroidering all those, holy crap, they gotta be using some kind of program. No way you're doing that by hand. Wow, that's amazing if they are. That's insane if they are. Man, how are they not going nuts? Anyway, if you're the owner of this shop and you wanted to run Facebook ads to say this listing, which is probably one of their most popular ones, you could. You definitely could. But instead of sending them from Facebook to here, you put a landing page in between. And that landing page collects their email, which then sends them to this page. So now you've got them. You got that email, you're building up that asset, and that is the most, this right here is the biggest asset you could possibly have. I would say it even beats this. So priority number one is build up this email list. Priority number two is to get Etsy search results cranking along. In order to get those things going, you need to use these free traffic generation methods and the paid traffic generation methods. And the only problem is the paid stuff costs money. So if you're spending like $5 a day and you're getting like 2 leads a day, over a year, you're gonna have probably, well, 730 leads. That's actually not bad. So you're going to spend some money to get them, but of those 730 leads, they were interested in some kind of product that you made some kind of offer, maybe a discount code for. They're going to buy more than one thing. So they're going to be repeat buyers. Now that you have them on your list, you don't have to pay anything else for marketing to that particular person. So this is where it is literally all about, let's just solve the problem. Now I'm going to throw one other thing in here too, and I'm going to do a demo of something. So the other thing is this. I don't even know if they have a, no, they don't. On the paid traffic side, it's not just ads. I don't know what a good one for this is. Maybe like this. Put this out here. You can run another thing on the paid side, which is called, not guest blog, but influencer marketing. So this is another way that you can get people to your listing. So if you're looking at influencer marketing, there are marketplaces. TikTok has their own. I hope this brings me to their page. Where? That's not it. They have their own. You're basically paying people on TikTok to promote your product. And some of them, the smaller ones, will actually do it for just getting the product. Others can do it for like 50 bucks and they'll make a video on TikToks. Others want a little bit more. So TikTok influencer. There is a bunch of programs. What's a new one? The all-in-one influencer marketing platform connecting your right. Okay, well, just for the purposes of this, we'll go here. Accept all, that's fine. So you find, you vet, you manage, you measure. It's kind of like it's probably like a middleman. You can find all these creators on TikTok and you can approach them and you can say, all right, I got this personalized ornament and I think it'd go really well with your demo, with your audience. If I send you one and send you 50 bucks, can you do a video on it? And they'll be like, yep. Now, if you go through a middleman, then the middleman's probably going to charge a percentage of that, but you can also go direct. So I'm just going to try and go here real quick, go incognito. I'm going to have to pause that. And then I go here and I go like, Christmas gift ideas. So here's one. 242,000, 1.6 million, 1.4, 1.2. So even this girl, open this in a new tab, view the video. Okay, so she is doing an Amazon one, but you could contact her. She has 887,000 followers. There's her email right there. So I could literally go like this, copy, go to my email, which is, I want to do it from my store email, but basically I would say, hey, I have this, show them what you're selling. I think it would do really well with your audience. What do you charge for like one video posted to your TikTok account? And then you can negotiate with them directly. Now I would create a whole Google sheet for this and say like influencer name, date, I contacted them, email address, all that good stuff. But the influencer marketing side can work really well, especially with Etsy. Now you could also say, okay, I'm gonna send them here to my landing page so that I can get their email and send them a discount code. Some influencers might do that, others might not. But there's a lot of creativity and a lot of ways that you can go about that. So influencer marketing is huge, and it can be like going back here on the paid side, instead of running ads, you could run influencer marketing. So you could say, okay, it's going to run like a $50 test. So I'm going to find somebody on TikTok who can actually create a video and sell my product to their audience. And you could end up with it, the ROI being a lot higher than running paid ads. So that's a cool way. Now, if you do run them direct to the listing and they buy it, that's fine because you're still getting the buyer's email address. Because remember, we hooked up our Etsy shop to Aweber through that integration. Okay. Just one more thing before I take some questions. The other way, which is, so that's Facebook pages and groups, but this is another one. I'm going to put this as a group here. It's actually on the free side, but I don't want it in the same FB traffic one, so I'll put it right here. So this is Facebook group posting direct. All right, so here's a little demo of this. So I've got my ornament. Find my link. And I just want to grab this link here. And then I'll go to Facebook. This way is like a, well, it's slower, but it can be very profitable because you're not really paying for anything. You're just going to Facebook groups. So I can go to like this, wedding group, wedding groups on Facebook, that's fine. Go to groups. Well, I could type in wedding and just put groups. How to film wedding groups, Texas wedding group. Let's remove the word groups from that. Let's just put wedding, see what comes up. And the reason I'm searching for weddings is this is a first anniversary one, right? So wedding bliss, wedding boot camp, oops, wedding buy and sell Southern Ontario. I could join that. KW wedding vendors, London, Ontario, wedding vendors and brides. GTA, completely bridal. Wedding and event, GTA. Looking for some big ones. Fabulous wedding planners, event day. Okay. Wedding swap. Okay, let's see this one. Group is designed for folks in southwestern Ontario who want to buy and sell or swap wedding items. Okay, so I could join this. 21 new posts a day, 13,000 members. Jesus. Like ideally, I'd want to find one in the U.S., but they're giving me local results, kind of. So I could join this group, and then I could read through the rules, or I could make a post of my product without the link. So I just take a screenshot of my product, whichever one looks really good. Maybe this one. And I say, hey, like I'm making these, what do you think? And then you make a post in the group, and then you just wait. So you're a couple things are going to happen. Either you're going to get banned by the admin, or you're going to get a whole bunch of people saying, oh, that's awesome, where can I get one? Well, that's actually two things. So when somebody posts a comment on your post that says, hey, I just made some of these, what do you guys think of these? And everybody's like, oh, this is awesome, where can I get one? Where can I get one? Where can I get one? Then you just send them a direct message and you say, hey, I noticed you like that ornament. Here's a link to it on my Etsy shop. Go ahead and grab one if you want. And that's it. So it is more like, I consider this, back in the day when I was a financial advisor, I worked for a company called Edward Jones, and they trained us to go and knock on doors to get business. And I built back in like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, holy crap. I built my business up to like 2.5 million off strangers just knocking on their door. So this is, to me, this is like online door knocking, which is posting in Facebook groups. And you're not limited to the groups. You can go into wedding swaps, you can go into mom groups, you can go into Christmas groups, you can go into, there's probably ornament groups, I bet. There's a lot of different groups that you can get into. Buy and sell group, you can get in there. You can even post on like Facebook Marketplace if you really wanted to. But there's a lot of ways to do this. So my whole thing, the whole reason that I'm even showing you this, and I spent all this time today going through this, is to let you guys know, remember this, if you're not getting sales, it's not because of your listings. It's not, the solution is not go list more. I'm sorry, that's not it. That's not good advice at all. The solution is this. Go out and get traffic to your listings. You could even stop listing and just focus on getting traffic to the friggin' listings that you have, instead of going and breaking your back and coming up with, like, no offense, but if you have 5,000 plus listings on your store and you're not getting any sales, it's because your listings suck. Like, people don't want them. So the thing of like building up a million different products and just launching them all and seeing what works, okay, that's fine. But we do have research tools that we can use, and we can see what products are selling. We can make our own version, which you guys have learned how to do even in this challenge. And then we can actually focus on getting traffic to those. So I think Etsy, I think a lot of courses and coaching programs out there, they do the old thing where they give you what you want, and then some of them give you what you need. Some of them don't even give you what you need. They keep trying to give you what you want. And what you want is just, I just want to list my stuff on Etsy and I just want to get sales. Well, that's not what Etsy is anymore. With like, I think approaching 5 million sellers now on Etsy, up like almost doubling in 2 years, the people can be competing for those search result, Etsy search result listings is huge. It's even more competitive than ever. So if we all have access to the same tools to get the same listings and the same keywords and the same mock-ups and the same everything, then Etsy's sitting there going, oh crap, like somebody typed in personalized first Christmas ornament and we've got like 1 million sellers that are selling these. What do we do? Well, then Etsy goes and digs into all your listings and says, okay, how has this person done anything from the social media side? Have they sent traffic from anywhere else, or are they just relying on us? If they're just relying on us, then that's fine. You go on probation, you can sit there for a while, we'll make you wait it out. The other ones that are actually making an effort, they can see the effort because they can see the links and they know that you're posting on social media, they know you're hustling, they know you're trying. Well, they probably give you better search results, but they're not going to give you as good a search results as the big time stores, which are doing big sales. So everybody has to start somewhere. But if you start somewhere and you don't put any effort into the traffic side, you're not going to get anywhere. So you'd be sitting there 6 months later, a year later, and going, oh crap, this is really hard. I don't like this. I'm going to move on to the next thing online. That's what people do. So, and it's because of advice that is not very good, in my opinion. So that's just my opinion. I'm going to take some questions here because there's a couple coming in. So to summarize, just basically what we did is we did an order, and then I went through pretty much every way I know of to fix the problem of how do I get sales on my listings? And the answer is not more listings. The answer is get traffic to your existing listings. That's the answer. And this is how you do it on the free side and the paid side. And there's a whole bunch of different ways. Every one of these, I think I've covered every one except YouTube ads. No, I covered YouTube ads too in one of the challenges. All this stuff is in the group coaching program somewhere. I got to update that table of contents for you guys. I'm a little bit behind because it is a little bit overwhelming to do, but I will make that my mission to get that table of contents updated. And that's in the main sticky thread in the general discussion forum. So let me go to some questions here. Is there any training in the forums regarding paid ads on Pinterest? Yes, there is. I'll find it. It was recently. Actually, was that 38? I got to go back through, but it is in there. The embroidery listings is selling kits. They don't do the embroidery. The buyer does. Oh, okay. That's very cool. Where was that embroidery thing? You're right. It's a kit. Oh yeah. Okay. I like it. Neat idea. Yeah, can you imagine like somebody orders a tee, you're like do a week later you got your tee done and you mail it out? Like, holy crap. That would be insane. Kits, that makes sense. I didn't even see that. You're right. Good eye. Good eye. Okay, so will I sell on China via Shopify and Etsy and use CED e-commerce to track all sales on Shopify? If I sell ornaments with Printify, how do I track ornament sales? Do I just use the Etsy platform, or can I get ornament sales to track via Shopify? Oh, good question. I would keep it as simple as possible. So I would just hook your Etsy shop up to Printify, like I did in this challenge, and then I would just process orders that way. Seed e-commerce, you don't even need that anymore with Shopify, with Shine On, because they have their own integration now, unless they got rid of it. But no, actually they didn't get rid of it, because I have stores that are hooked up directly to Shopify from Etsy. So, or sorry, Shine On and Etsy. Shine On has a direct integration now, so you don't even need that other app. But I would simplify things as much as possible and eliminate any extra layers that you don't need. Okay, I can't get my store link name on my TikTok account as it's not available in Cyprus. Any ideas what to do? Put like, I don't know how long the name is, but if it's like one word and the one word's not available, just do an underscore and then do shop or underscore store or underscore, I don't know, gifts even. You got to make it a little bit different, but just use the underscore on TikTok to get a username that's available. Okay, so if we're using Aweber, we can send traffic directly to the listing instead of their email address. Well, for the paid traffic, I suggest, I should put this in here, but all of the paid traffic goes to a landing page, which is an opt-in page. And then once they're on your list, then it can go to a listing, can go to any listings, can go to your main store, can go to wherever. But I think using paid ads to go directly to Etsy is not going to work because a lot of issues. We can't track it. It's a huge traffic leak, and it's just not going to work. Like they have their own. You can run Etsy ads. That's another thing I could have put in here too. Etsy has their own ads that you can turn on for like $1 a day or $5 or $100 a day, whatever you want to do. The only thing you can control with the Etsy ads is the listings that are showing. So you can turn off and turn on listings, and then you can also turn off and turn on keywords within the listings. And then Etsy runs offsite ads as well, which is where they're going to all these big companies, the ones that I have on this column, and they're actually running ads for you. But they're running basically retargeting ads, so it's a little bit different. I love the online door knocking example. I generally like to think of paid ads as fishing for customers. Yes, that is exactly what it is. You're going fishing. Except, well, even when you go fishing, right? You got a big expensive boat you had to buy. You have all the rods, the reels, the the bait, the hooks, everything. Gas costs a ton when you're going fishing. It's all paid stuff to go fishing now. The only guys that aren't paying for fishing, well, actually, even the guys that are sitting at the end of the marina, off the end of the dock and just casting out, they still paid for that reel, and they paid for that lawn chair, and they paid for that cooler, and they paid for that beer in that cooler. So fishing is not free, unless you're using like a piece of twine and a rope that you cut out of the forest. But even that rope, you had to use something to cut it down. So yeah, fishing is a good example too, or a good way to think of it. Can you please put a screenshot of the traffic graphic into the forum? Yep, I can do that. Oh, that. Oh, you bugger. Okay, hang on. I'll do that after this. I'll make it look pretty. Just put that down here. There. Yeah, I'll take a screenshot of this and I'll post it with the replay in the forum. So the question is, what the heck is next? Well, now what you do is you go like crazy on Ornaments. If you have Ornaments listed, go like crazy getting traffic to those listings. Okay, spend the next week or 2 or 3 getting traffic to your listings. You got a whole bunch of different ways to do it. When you get stuck or you're not sure which one's best, or you tried something and you hit a bump in the road, go to the group, go to the forums and post and ask a question. Say, hey, I was trying to run Pinterest ads here. I got stuck. What do I do? I'm trying influencer marketing like you suggested. I went here. They want this. Would you think this is a good deal? I'm running, I'm really trying to build up my email list. I'm not quite sure what you mean about the landing page thing. Can you help me out? That's what you do now. I want you to focus now. If you have listings, I want you to focus on getting traffic to those listings, because the solution is not more listings. The solution is getting traffic to what you have and getting sales on those. And then eventually the left side and the right side of the screen, they just fall off. you don't even need them anymore eventually. All you have left after like quite a while on Etsy is you're getting search results, which is getting sales, which is adding them to your email list, which is now using your email marketing to bring even more people, more repeat buyers back to your shop and back to your listings. So all this left side is eliminated, all the right side is eliminated, but we have to get to that point where Etsy is noticing our shop enough, noticing our listings enough to actually send us sales and get a chunk of that money that is being made every single hour on Etsy. So it's just, you're not doing anything wrong right now. You're just being ignored because you're new and you haven't made them any money. And they have so many other shops that have made them a ton of money that they're going to give the results to. So you want to get to that level. And the way to get to that level is not more listings. It's bringing traffic to your listings that you have. Okay. All right. So a question here. Use a VA to break down content and the challenges. That would be awesome. That's actually a good idea. I like that. Yeah, my biggest problem is I always want to do things myself, and that's why I quit the corporate world, really, because I saw in the corporate world the way up was to become a manager and then become like a district manager, regional manager, and then like VP, and then like whatever else. And it always seemed like the success ladder in the corporate world is like, okay, you move up and then you have people under you, and then the higher you move, the more people are under you. And I'm not a good manager of people. That's my weakness. I'm actually horrible at it. That's why I work, like, that's why I'm a lone wolf working for myself. So I've hired VAs in the past. I've had employees at my CPA network that I ran, and I really didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it at all. I was like, okay, I'm showing you how to do this. I'm telling you how to do this. I'm paying you to do this, but it feels like I'm doing it. And you're just like regurgitating what I'm doing. Anyway, that's my own issues. So I got to figure out a way to hire a VA to help me and do a lot of stuff. I could really grow quite a bit if I had some help, but it's just managing that help where I struggle. So that's my weakness. Anyway, I'll take a screenshot of this. We'll post everything on there. I want you to go out now and with those listings you had, get traffic to them. That's it. Just focus all the way up, I would say for the next month, just focus on traffic. That's it. Traffic, traffic, traffic. If you have 5 listings, cool. Get a boatload of traffic to them. Do that. That's how you're going to get the results. That's how you're going to make Etsy work. And eventually when it does that shift and it flicks to like, all right, Etsy search results coming in, yeehaw, I'm not really doing much, but I'm getting a lot of sales. That's when it gets really fun, because then all your new listings too, they'll get the attention of Etsy. So I'm going to do something new next week. I'm going to announce it in the forums, and then we are going to move on to the next challenge, number 40. Holy crap. Starting the first Thursday of December. But next week, I've got something cool for you too. So stick around for that. If you have any questions, post them in the forums. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for coming out. Go sell some personalized ornaments. Go get some traffic now. Focus on traffic. And we'll see you soon. All right. Have a great day.